Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 19 of the Res Force Podcast. My name is Eric Tolato. Christian Tolato.
You see, Eric wants me to write in the doc.
And ladies
Right.
and gentlemen, he's done it this week.
We have copious notes.
Too many notes, one might say.
Over 2,500 words
Mm-hmm.
on Alabasta alone.
Okay.
Right? I went deep for the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be reviewing Alabasta this week. Interesting insight into
The Reverie.
the Reverie and what we can expect from said Reverie. We welcome the new viewers,
Lots of new viewers.
new subscribers. Interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed the interview last week. Now,
Good
Christian,
interview.
you keep on rounding those papers and hitting those chords. Just making noise. Just put the paper on your legs. Stop hitting the cables. The people don't like you hitting the cables.
I got to write on this thing.
Look, mate, just fix it, alright? You don't need to
Alright,
write. You
yes,
don't
I
need
do.
you don't need to click the pen.
Alright.
Now, Christian, that aside, all that nonsense. One Piece week, talk to me. What's going on?
Week off.
Yep.
No one's really talking about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Classic forums being like, is Luffy an emperor?
People confused if Luffy's an emperor or not. Interesting take.
We explained this last week,
Mm-hmm.
that the world of One Piece
Believes.
believes Luffy is an emperor. We have Shanks admitting it,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. We have Blackbeard being like, you're not ready, which is what we feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the English official came out today.
Yes, it did.
Not too many details that changed. A
Yep.
few. Shanks' direct quote. A little bit different.
Yeah.
Doesn't say soon. Says we'll be able to meet.
So
Luffy.
Luffy's unlocked the ability to find Shanks.
Yes.
Let's just say he's unlocked the quest.
Mm-hmm. And it will happen soon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on forums, on discords, talking shit.
Everyone's just been like, Luffy's not an emperor.
Standard.
Luffy is an emperor.
Okay.
The stance we take hasn't changed. The world considers Luffy an emperor,
Yep.
but the fandom knows that he's not ready. Which is what Oda wants you to think.
Okay.
Because
What?
you put your phone on silent.
Mate, many things are happening.
Too many distractions.
Christian, shall we just get into the first segment this week, which is How Strong is Shanks?
How strong is Shanks?
Yes.
You're skipping me deep into the document.
Just give him something light and let him settle in. Get a cup of coffee, get a beer,
Here's the thing.
get some water.
How strong is Shanks applies to this arc review.
Does it?
Yeah.
So, you're telling me that we're going to go through the arc review and then to How Strong is Shanks?
And then the rest of the show.
Christian, if you wish, so it shall be done. Into your ridiculous recap of Alabasta.
Let's go.
Christian, some regale this chapter, this arc rather, as the greatest of all time.
It is a fantastic arc. The first great One Piece adventure.
Yes?
The classic arc structure is found in Alabasta.
Yes.
And
Well-
by that,
Yeah?
we mean a kingdom's in trouble. Luffy comes in there.
There's a
through
princess
series-
involved.
There's a princess involved through a series of events.
Secret underground.
Yeah.
Etc.
Through a series of events, Luffy beats the bad guy, saves the kingdom.
Yeah.
All the crew member gets their, their fights, all that kind of stuff. Classic One Piece formula.
An
You
epic,
can find it here.
as you would.
The first epic arc.
The
Spanning
the
many
first, I
volumes.
think the first truly massive arc on in scale,
Well,
because like we have multiple factions, we have multiple places in which we're fighting.
there's 3 arcs all leading up to this arc.
Yeah, and people say Arlong is the first legitimately great arc in the series.
It is. But this is the first
This
epic
is
arc.
the first epic. This is
Yeah.
what we can expect from One Piece. Interesting to see how it plays out.
Mhm.
An insight into Oda's style of writing.
Alright, so before this arc even starts,
Yes.
we have Twin Capes, Drum Island,
Yep.
Whiskey Peak.
Yep.
3 arcs setting up Baroque works, setting up Vivi and the plot there.
Mm-hmm.
We know Crocodile's behind it.
Yep.
Oh, Little Garden as well, so 4 arcs.
Yep.
So we know Crocodile's behind it. We have a little bit of interaction with Baroque works. So everything's already set up. Which is kind of reminding me of the situation in the new world right now.
Okay.
We had Punk Hazard.
Yep.
We had Dressrosa.
Yep.
Wano. Right? All
Interesting.
setting up, leading up to Kaido.
Zoe a little bit as well.
Also Zoe.
Yep.
So you got all these arcs combining, building up the lore of a villain,
Mm-hmm.
and during that arc, we have the villain being combated directly,
Mm-hmm.
even though there are still other factions, right? There's a revolutionary effort going on in Alabasta, led by Kozar.
Yep.
There's Baroque Works, there's the Royal Army.
Yep.
There's still a heap of players, but Crocodile goes down in the end,
Yes.
which is
By
on the-
Luffy's hands.
by Luffy's hands. But that's kind of my reason why Wano has to lead up to Kaido's downfall.
Indeed.
We've had almost the whole new world
Mm-hmm.
leading up to Wano.
Yes.
It is almost exactly like the start of the Grand Line. In that structure. We've had a couple detours.
Yep.
We've had Fishman Island, and we've had Whole Cake Island, which is dealing with Big Mom.
Okay.
But we've had 3 arcs dealing with Kaido, and now it's time for Kaido. So that's just a few thoughts before we even get into this arc.
Yes.
Alright, so the arc opens up with Mr. 2 Bon Clay running to the Straw Hats.
Yep.
Comedy in shoes. Who is this guy? This guy's funny.
Yep.
Interesting little tidbits here.
Okay.
Bon Clay calls Vivi attractive.
Yep. Okay. What's
Is he
interesting?
straight or is he not straight?
He
Or
is
he
neither
both?
man or woman, my friend.
He is
He's both.
free
Yes.
in all senses of the word.
Most of his speeches involve said through
Exactly.
line.
Exactly. He's free.
Now, Christian, I want to ask you
he
this
follows
question.
the heart of humanity.
I want to ask you, before we even get into this,
Mm-hmm.
a question that might detour us quite a while.
We haven't even started this arc yet. We haven't even hit.
Bon Clay
Yeah.
connections to Ivankov. Must be there. Must be.
We might have information on that.
Yes.
I can't remember. But he is
He must be a part of the new karma in some way. He has to be.
Okama Karate.
Yes.
He's got to be.
You know what's the most annoying thing about Bon Clay?
What?
Every time he says a move,
Yeah.
it's what is it? New look on my way karate?
Yeah.
Something like that. Every fucking time. I gotta
It's
read.
part of his attack.
I gotta read this
Part of his
sentence.
attacks. Bon Clay opens the arc.
Yeah.
Bon Clay also closes the arc. But
Hello-
we'll eventually get there.
Hilarity from Bon Clay. Friend of the Straw Hats now?
Friend instantly.
Yes.
Straw Hats. What else we got? So, everyone gets their face stolen,
Mm-hmm.
except for Sanji.
Yes.
Interesting foreshadowing there.
Because Sanji's in the kitchen.
Sanji is cooking.
Now, if Sanji saw Nami naked, would he die?
Not this point in the story.
Yes.
Of course. But he did in the bathhouse. Which is
Indeed.
later. So, we have a little bit of foreshadowing there.
Okay.
We also get to see Cobra for the first time.
Yes.
Bon Clay has Cobra's face on memory.
Yep.
Vivi freaks out.
Not very happy about this.
No, she freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's Bon Clay Mr. 2, he's a freak. I've
Yep.
heard about him, never seen him before.
Okay.
With my father's face, he could do a lot of damage, and
Yep.
now he has my face too. So, they do the classic X marks the spot on their arms, they wrap it up to know
Who's who?
who's who and a sign of their friendship.
Yes. Some would say Nakama.
I wouldn't,
Yes.
but some people would.
Okay.
So then we finally arrive. Oh, and this whole time they don't have any food.
Okay.
The Straw Hats never have any food.
Straw Hat's always out of money, always out of food.
Just the way it is.
I think this is the start of Nami's escapades of getting more money, which we get in Sclae.
Yeah.
We poor.
We're very poor.
Yes.
So as they arrive to Alabasta, Baroque work ships behind them.
Yep.
They know the plan's going down.
The billions, as it were.
Well, the billions and the executives are
Yeah.
all on their ships.
Yep.
So we've got a little foreshadowing on who's coming, how many people we're dealing with. A lot of people coming into Alabasta.
Yep.
Ace is introduced to the first town.
Christian, what shocked me about this opening scene
Yeah.
is how random it is.
Yeah.
And just how Ace just kind of like, is like, I'm Ace, I'm cool, and then he kind of leaves. And you're like, what's up with that?
Do you remember
Yes.
when Whitebeard's flag had a swastika on it?
Yes, I do.
And
It had to be changed
it had
for
to be
obvious
changed.
reasons.
It had to be changed. You can't do that, alright?
Does the swastika even fit Whitebeard's, like, mantra?
He's not really a Buddhist type.
Yeah. It's kind of a
So
weird choice for
Kind of a
everyone.
weird choice to begin with.
Yeah.
So it was just changed to the classic skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
I think that's a better choice, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like the Buddhist symbol doesn't even fit Whitebeard's way.
Yeah. It might have been initially. Then
It
was
might have
changed.
been. It might have changed later.
Yeah.
But who knows, right?
But what design of Whitebeard already set in stone.
Yes, we do see a silhouette of Whitebeard after this arc for Whitebeard is introduced.
Yep.
So Oda's grand scheme from Refort already in play.
Yes. Already in play from a long time ago with Blackbeard.
From Drum Island.
Yes.
First time mentioned, some guy was here and kicked out Wobble.
Yep.
So Blackbeard, already on the move. Oda's plan for the Grand Line was set from day
This
one.
saga, as it were.
The Grand Line saga leading up to Marineford,
Yeah.
planned from day one as soon as they hit the Grand Line.
And people say Oda doesn't plan.
I think everything
Yes.
is planned for the New World. And what I mean by that is, not every dot point, every plot point is set in stone.
The
You've
key
got
things.
events
Yes.
set up, what has to be done, where the Straw Hats are going. Oda's got it down.
And then he goes on the journey to get to those points.
Exactly. And those plot points could change weekly, but those large anchor points of the story do not change.
Major fights, major characters,
Major events,
major events. All those things.
leading up to one final event at the end.
Yes.
The end war, the Throne War. So, we get introduced to Ace. But first, no one knows what Whitebeard's symbol looks like.
Okay.
Everyone's staring at this guy.
Yeah. Who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
What's up with? What's
He's
the deal with
dead.
him?
You know, he ate the strawberry scorpion. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
It seems like everyone in the New World knows who the Emperors are.
How famous are the Emperors when people don't know Whitebeard's flag?
Bandit didn't know who the Shanks was first chapter.
Well, a bandit is like
Just a dude on the street.
just a dude on the street. Like people in
But we see
Alabasta-
the World Economic Times, Morgan's constantly reacting to Emperors.
A little bit of.
I'm sure everyone knows who the Emperors are now after Marineford.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of clunkiness here because Oda hadn't set up all these events, right?
Sure.
So he didn't really think about the crowd's reaction.
It's kind of like the same
To
thing where it's
Whitebeard.
like...
Or he just wanted to have Ace reveal that it was Whitebeard.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's true. Christian, it's similar to how, like, people in the world in the Grand Line are like... Or the East Blue are like, oh, that's a rare devil fruit. What's a devil fruit? I thought that didn't exist. Everyone has a devil fruit that we meet.
So Smoker does know who Whitebeard is.
Yes.
Makes sense. Man of the Navy.
Yep.
So he would be informed, obviously.
Last time we saw Smoker Logtail?
Yes.
Yes.
On the trail of Luffy.
Yep.
He got word that he will be in Alabasta somehow. So, alright, we meet Smoker. He knows about Whitebeard. What's Ace doing here?
Yep.
You know, Smoker goes up for a fight against Ace. Smoker has no chance against Ace.
Yep.
Alright? What's he doing? He's a stubborn Navy man.
Yep.
He's got too much pride on the line.
Indeed.
So he's going to go up and attack the second commander of Whitebeard.
Interesting take.
And Luffy Gum rockets into Smoker, making physical contact.
Into Smoker and Ace.
Yes.
Pinballs each other into walls.
Pinballs. Smoker flies out the
Now,
out
what
the
is
door.
this, Christian? Does this confirm that Logis have to turn on their intangibility?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
At the start of the show,
Mm-hmm.
Logi's had to turn on
Okay.
their intangibility.
Yes.
But we know they already... No, it's weird. Because they never turn it off nowadays, right?
Yeah.
You never catch a Logia off guard and things hit him.
Yeah.
So Smoker getting caught off guard, but he's a Logia.
Yeah.
Is that a comment on his ability as a Devil Fruit user?
Or
Or
Sea Stone on his back. Luffy hits the back, hits the Sea Stone, or the most likely option, it's a gag.
Or
Yeah.
Oda had not figured out Logias exactly yet.
Sure. I'm sure he played it off as a gag more than anything else.
Yeah, I know it's a gag.
As
but
intended.
Still,
Yeah.
Ace and Smoker are getting hit by physical objects themselves,
Mm-hmm.
by Luffy coming through the door.
Yep.
Bit of an inconsistency, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Unless there's no... Is there any other precedents out there for this happening?
Not to my knowledge.
Because the whole thing about Haki was it allows you to hit Logias.
Yes.
So if we know Logias can turn off their Devil Fruit.
Yep.
We've seen this before, right?
Yep.
They can turn it off. But do they have to turn it on?
Okay.
And is it a commentary on Smoker's Devil Fruit powers? That's all I have to say about that.
Yep.
Bit of a weird scene. Maybe a little bit of inconsistency from Oda. So then Smoker chases Luffy around. The crew's like, oh yeah, we just let him go on. There's no way he can get in
Classic
trouble.
Luffy does it every arc.
There's no way he can get in trouble in 2 seconds. Classic Luffy always does this.
Yep.
So, meanwhile, the crew gets new clothes. Classic.
Standard.
Think of the Alabasta gear. Comments on Alabasta gear.
Nami has to change clothing every arc.
Every 30 chapters.
Yes.
She has to get a new clothing.
Especially Whole Cake Island. A lot of costume changes.
A lot of panels devoted to those costume changes.
My favourite one was when the start when Brooks like, can I see your panties? Classic. He had a teacup on the floor. Beautiful.
Classic Brook.
Classic Nami, tits, etc.
Sanji's losing it.
Yeah.
And, you know...
It's hilarious to see, like, we're so used to Nami's tits post-time skip.
So massive
Yeah.
that it doesn't make sense.
Now you look at Nami pre-time skip, you're like, this isn't even like...
I'm like, this is at least proportional.
Yes.
Oda's still doing his weird feet thing.
Why, Christian, what is that? Why does Oda have massive feet for
And
the
hands.
females?
Massive feet and hands. I'm going to say it's a remnant
Yeah.
of Toriyama and Disney.
Perhaps.
From that sort of style. That's what I'm saying it's a remnant from.
Disney style.
Because Oda changes his style to a more serious style in Water 7. You know this.
Yes, we went on this. It starts to change Skype here.
Yeah, everything starts to look more
Harden.
proportioned in a way. He gets rid of the massive feet and hands.
Yeah.
He, like, gives the women a bit more of realistic proportions. But then he goes complete opposite after time skip.
Yeah.
So, Oda's style is evolving as an artist.
Okay.
That's what artists do. They
Yeah.
evolve their style. So, I just noticed the massive feet and hands. I'm just like, classic old One Piece.
Yeah.
Very weird style that a lot of people don't recognize anymore. Like,
Okay.
a lot of people aren't doing that style anymore. Oda has a very unique style.
He
which
does.
plays very well for this arc.
Yeah.
Because it feels like Aladdin, the Disney movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You get that Disney feel.
Sort
that
of.
adventure.
More on a smaller scale than Aladdin. Not quite as imperial as Aladdin is.
Okay.
Not the massive, like, all-encompassing sky towers and, like, the massive decoration stuff. It's more local in this. Also, just quickly on Ace, when he uses his fire ability, Oda has not learned the technique of hard light yet.
He will learn it.
He will learn it.
Well, we'll get to it.
Yes.
So, someone mentions Koza. Who out there remembers Koza?
Koza's just one of those characters who's like, oh yeah, he's in the arc, he has a couple of panels.
He gets a lot of screen time, actually.
He gets a lot of screen time to explain Vivi.
And just explain his motives, which I
Yes.
think are pretty sound. I think they're very sound.
Koza's
reasons.
an interesting character.
So we get the introduction of Koza.
Yeah.
He's the rebel leader.
Sure.
Right. So Ace is strong, but not that strong. How does Smoker block his fire attacks?
It's confirmed.
Is this a power creep issue?
Yes, this is what I talk about all the time when people talk about, Marco was weak in the war, etc., etc. Ladies and gentlemen, when you write something and you're trying to power scale all the time, eventually you will succumb to power creep. Now, Oda, very good at keeping power creep in check, but
This is an example of the power creep.
everyone is susceptible. Now, we understand in the Ace narrative that he has arm and haki at this point,
Yeah, but
which is obviously not the case.
that's just a retrospective point from Oda. He's gone back and said that.
Yeah.
But clearly, haki does not exist in the story yet.
In Wano, this Ace's strength will be rectified via flashback and put him up to par.
doubt.
And Marco as well.
But then, I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because then...
Doesn't make it consistent.
doesn't make it consistent within the story. You have Smoker...
This is the thing,
You
right?
have Smoker negating Ace's fire.
You could say smoke, it suffocates the oxygen.
That's what they do say. It's a stalemate.
Yeah.
But...
It's not really. And Ace isn't really the type of guy to murder and to go all out.
Based on world power dynamics...
Yeah.
Ace has to be at least as strong as Cracker.
Yeah.
And do you think Cracker is even looking at Smoker at this point?
Well, Smoker, no.
It's a power creep issue.
Yes.
Smoker is supposed to be extremely strong for this time, right?
Okay.
Oda purposely does not put him up against Crocodile.
Yes.
Because he wants to make Smoker look intimidating, right?
Yeah.
Smoker never comes in contact with Crocodile because, assumedly, the audience might think Smoker is so strong he could beat Crocodile.
Okay.
Because all they do for Smoker is run.
Yeah.
Because of his low gear powers.
They can't handle it. It's his low gear powers.
The whole crew run away from Smoker.
Yeah.
That's how much of a threat he is.
Well, no one can actually do anything to him at this point.
That's true. But, apparently Ace has arm and haki.
Issues with power creep.
Power creep. It's classic power creep issues. This is why, as you said, Marco doesn't seem that strong in the war.
Yeah.
The other commanders are kind of lackluster.
This is all that.
All the other ones are
They're there. Yeah.
they don't do anything. They're kind of lackluster.
It'll be rectified, I think. Anyway. Christian, see, this is the thing, Oda's perception of, power creep, he knows, but the majority of the fan base won't remember Alabasta.
When was Alabasta, though? 12 years?
A long time ago, yeah.
12 to 15 years ago.
They won't remember the specific idea of where Smoker was.
Look, I'm not
and
gonna
where,
hold it.
it's...
I'm not going
It's
to
an
hold it
issue.
against him because stories evolve, right?
It's 20
years. Would you rather have the hype or would you rather keep the power balance in check?
Okay.
Trade-offs, right? I didn't know that this story would get to this kind of ridiculous level at this point.
Yeah.
So, it's revealed Ace is the second commander of Whitebeard.
Yeah.
And, Karu, the duck,
Yep.
sent out on his mission to give the note to Cobra so they could find out about Crocodile's plan.
Yes.
Whitebeard is hyped more. He's an Emperor of the Sea, he's a big deal. Blackbeard, we get Ace's mission.
Yep.
Blackbeard killed a member of his
Crew.
faction.
His division. Well, not
so
his division. But Blackbeard was a part of...
is part of his division,
Yeah.
so it's his responsibility
Yeah.
to hunt him down, to get that. And the, Fire Fist. The
Yeah.
first... I guess Mihawk is the first really hype attack.
Yeah.
But we get the second.
Just blowing up ships.
5 ships annihilated
Yeah.
by Fire Fist. Ace is strong, right?
Yeah.
I think Oda wanted to make him really strong, but he didn't want to de-hype Smoker.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem there.
That's what happened.
So we get that Fire Fist, 5 ships destroyed, and everyone's like, "Whoa, he's strong."
Yeah.
All right. So next is the Baroque Works gathering
Yes.
in the bar,
Interesting. That...
Spider Cafe.
Yes. They've never met each other. They don't know who's who. They only hear stories. Interesting how this Baroque works, as it were.
Yeah.
So, we get What's her name? What's Miss Doublefinger's name? Paula?
Paula.
Paula, yes.
Paula from the bar.
Just like Bruno.
Just like Bruno from the bar.
Interesting. Christian, will we see any more characters from bars that turn out to have secret identities?
Oh, it's a staple, right?
Yep.
It's a One Piece staple at this point. It's happened twice.
Yep.
A lot of people turn up from bars. Very interesting. So,
Okay.
Baroque Works gets a lot of characterization.
Indeed.
A lot of it. Their personalities, how they arrive at the bar.
They're
all
dysfunctional,
different.
they all hate each other.
No one trusts each other. They're all against each other.
A band of rogues.
A band of rogues, as you were.
Yep.
So we do get a lot of interesting interactions with all the crew.
Yep.
All the opposing crew. And I would say this is probably one of the best characterizations of an enemy faction we've got.
Sure.
We spend a lot of time on them, it's true. But they all have their specific personalities. We know what they're about. We know who's smart, who's not smart, who's strong. It's very good by Oda to give up, because we've got to spend a lot of time with these guys.
Yep.
They turn up at the start of the arc and they don't leave until almost the end.
Indeed.
So, by characterizing them right at the start, we get familiar with them. We accept when they're monologuing for a whole chapter, right? Because Oda did like to spend a heap of time giving crocodile lines, giving all the others lines.
We
right?
accept it. We accept it when rereading the entire thing.
Yeah.
But does the community accept it now? Or would they say nothing happened in this chapter? What is Oda doing? What do you think?
I would say people would have issues with the pacing.
Yes.
Because they would be like, why are the whole chapters devoted to characterization? Now, there are people out there who absolutely love that stuff.
Now, Christian, that is
included, right? I want to know.
That statement you just said is a massive issue when you're reading a story. Why would you not want characterization in a story?
You need characterization, otherwise you don't care about the characters.
And nothing means anything, Christian.
Exactly.
It's all about patience, payoff, and enjoying what you have.
In the chapter, right? So
Yes.
we get a whole bunch of speeches. We're here, we're Baroque Works, we're all meeting for the first time.
Yep.
Secret identities. Alright, so they all meet and they're all gonna go head over to Rain Base.
Yep.
Where Crocodile is. So the Straw Hats, in the meantime, sail around to the coast.
Yep.
They've got supplies in the town, so
searching for the town of Yaba.
Yaba, where it is stated that the rebels are hiding out.
Yes.
Now, before they leave the coast, we get the Kung Fu Dugons.
Yes.
So random and so not used.
What do they have, like 3 panels?
They get 3 panels and they come back later to save the crew.
Yeah.
Kind of. But it's like, why are they here?
Yeah.
It's just a weird like world building thing for the lore of the island.
Yep.
Of course, Usopp gets the shit beat out of him.
Classic.
Yep. Usopp is the punching bag. Comedy are the strong points. Lots of comedy in this arc.
Yep.
Very good.
Remember when comedy was a thing in One Piece, Christian, and people didn't complain about it?
Oh yeah. During this whole... Because they got to cross the desert, right?
Yes.
So Luffy just eats all the rations, drinks all the water.
Yep.
And they're all yelling at him, what are you doing? We're going to die in this desert.
I think it's Usopp who kicks him in the head and spits all the water out. And then it's like, we spat all the water out.
Yeah. Comedy, right?
Yeah. And
then the classic joke that should come back.
Yes.
Chopper being the emergency rations. Hilarious.
Indeed.
They're always like, don't worry, we've got Chopper for backup.
Yeah.
Funny stuff. So...
Also, Chopper's melting because of his fur. Zoro has to pull him.
Yeah, he's climatized for cold weather, of course.
Yeah.
He's a reindeer.
Someone's like, take off your fur.
Alright, so
Funny
now
stuff.
we get very important information.
Yes.
The dance powder.
Indeed.
Alright? Controversial. Because everyone forgets about this fact.
Yeah.
Right? Dance powder is a substance that steals rain.
Let me do something before we get into this. Comment in the comment section below. Why is there no rain in Alabasta? Do it now. Don't do it after you listen to this. Put your reason in the comment section. Continue.
the dance powder.
Yes.
Alright? It's the dance powder.
Yeah.
Vivi states it's a substance,
A banned
a
substance.
banned substance by the world government, that steals moisture from the air, creating rain clouds.
Yes.
It was banned because it steals rain from other nations.
Other nations and, like, the area around
The
it.
area around it.
The local area. Yeah.
Which is how Crocodile frames Cobra for stealing the rain
Yes.
from the countrysides.
Indeed.
As because Alabasta's in like a 3-year drought.
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about this?
I do. Christian, it's common fake knowledge that Crocodile has the ability to suck the moisture out of the air.
He does, however,
Yes.
create a lot of sandstorms, which is weather manipulation in some kind of way.
Yes.
You could create a sandstorm, thus altering the clouds in the kingdom.
That's not the main argument here. The main argument is that
He has awakening, and he's using that to
take the
away
moisture out of the air. Take the rain out of the sky.
There is circumstantial evidence
Yes.
that this is true.
Now the argument is, I went diving to the forums, to the deep forums.
Mm-hmm.
The argument is that it stopped snowing on Drum Island because of AEST, or theorized to be because of AEST. Therefore, it stopped raining because of Crocodile. Now, Christian, all speculation. Alright? It starts raining when Crocodile's defeated. Because of symbolism. Not because of he got knocked out, therefore his magic spell stops.
Also, that wouldn't even make sense because there was an explosion in the area.
Yes.
In the sky just then.
Yes.
So lots of debris in the air, right?
Indeed.
So, you know, a lot of evaporation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Crocodile is on that level because the dance powder and the sandstorms isn't specifically stated.
Yes.
So it leaves open the possibility of this.
Okay.
But unconfirmed. At best, unconfirmed. So Crocodile...
So take that feet away from Crocodile.
Unconfirmed, it's very shaky.
Very shaky. I would say not very likely at all. Continue.
So, you know, Luffy's being stupid in the desert.
Yep.
I'm thirsty, give me rations. The crew's like, no, you're just gonna drink them all.
Yep.
Zoro being, you know... Luffy... Who has a fight? Who starts fighting? Isn't it like Chopper and Luffy start fighting or something?
No. But whatever.
The crew starts fighting, and Zoro's like, take a break, cool down.
Yeah.
The heat's getting to you.
I think it's like Usopp and Luffy or something.
Yeah, I think it's Usopp and Luffy.
Yeah.
They start fighting over rations. We're gonna die.
Yeah.
Stop being an idiot. And then Zoro's like, we all need to calm down, take a break, in this cool spot.
Yeah.
Zoro being the voice of reason once again. Do I see Sanji being the voice of reason ever?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sanji is the cool guy.
Yeah.
That does the cool spy things.
Yes.
We've already been through this. Sanji is clearly the third man. Zoro is the voice of reason. And Zoro is always the voice of reason in the arc.
Mm-hmm.
He always speaks frankly. He's always got a clear message to say.
Yep.
Cooling down the crew. Giving his logic. His logic is always sound.
Okay.
I don't know why people are saying Zoro is stupid.
No, I don't think anyone's saying Zoro is stupid. I just
there
think
are
people
I think there are Sanji fanboys out there saying Zoro is stupid.
I think people say that Zoro's character is simple.
I can't agree with that.
Which is interesting.
He has a straightforward character.
Yeah, he doesn't have a nuanced character such as Sanji. It's not as nuanced.
It's nuanced.
Yeah.
There are things that he does that are interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing during Water 7. His belief in Luffy is kind of it's complicated.
Yeah.
If Luffy can't be Pirate King, I can't be the world's strongest swordsman.
Yeah.
He's got full loyalty in Luffy until he believes Luffy is not capable.
Yeah.
So he is a well-developed character.
Yeah.
So we see that more from Zoro in this arc, right?
Indeed.
He's always the voice. He's always calming everyone down.
Yep.
He's kind of like he is kind of like the Katakuri of the crew.
Okay.
Because he's the straight man, he's like the older brother.
Yeah.
He takes care of everything. Luffy's the goofy captain.
Yeah.
But he's the strongest, right?
Now, would you argue Jinbei is going to fill that role, even to a further degree?
Yes. Jinbei's going to come in and be that uncle, grandfather role of pointing the Straw Hats in the right direction.
Yeah.
But for right now, I would say Zoro is taking that position of serious, straight man who knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's always got good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
He takes care of the crew.
Indeed.
He's kind of like Katakuri in that way.
Okay.
Right? Alright, so we move on. And we find a camel.
Eyelashes.
Mr. Eyelashes. We find a camel. And Nami rides him. Bit of comedy.
Yep.
More comedy. There is so much comedy in this arc.
Indeed.
Do you think that can come back in the story? Because it did.
It has.
It did in Whole Cake Island.
Just think about. See, I think sometimes we forget what happens in an arc, all the small little nuanced details. I know there is a joke in every now and again. More often than not.
This One Piece is comedy, action, adventure.
Yes.
You're gonna have the comedy in there.
It is in there. You just gotta look for it.
And I'm not saying, right,
You're not gonna remember the jokes as much as you remember
the action, the
hype, and etc.
But
it's there.
It's there. Now, am I saying that because there is precedence, therefore only doing it later is good? No.
Yeah.
What I am saying is I enjoy the comedy. The comedy keeps the tone
light,
and it makes you be able to read the chapter at a pace that's enjoyable.
Yeah.
You need the comedy so when dramatic moments happen, they're more impactful.
Yes.
If you're edgy all the time, the effect wears off.
And you get tired.
You need comic relief.
Yes.
You need it. Alright? Even in Emperor's territory, you need comic relief.
Now, Christian, I will say that more so than the comedy is the dynamic of the crew involved in the comedy.
Exactly.
Not just comedy itself. The dynamic of the crew is important to the story. I'm happy to find out that we are going back to it in Wano. Hopefully they don't split up for too long.
It's just showing that they're all friends, they all get along.
Yeah, they all have their own
They all have their own in-jokes and things like that. It goes well to characterize the crew.
Yeah.
So, after that, I noticed something very funny.
Okay.
In one of the Usopp galleries, right?
Yes.
12 years ago, a kid writes in with a poster that says, Zoro versus Sanji, who would win?
Yes.
The Zoro Sanji fanboys are here
In Alabasta. Interesting.
This Zoro versus Sanji is a fight beyond time.
Yes.
It just doesn't stop. It will never stop. Will Oda put it to rest?
Even if they do fight and someone wins, everyone will have asterisks on that fight regardless.
Exactly. So,
Doesn't really matter.
the Zoro Sanji debate is wholly manufactured by Oda.
Yes.
Clearly. And everyone's playing into it.
Okay.
They're rivals.
Mission accomplished by Oda.
Mission accomplished.
You want to know who's stronger, and he won't answer the question.
He will not answer the question. He won't. He will never answer
Yeah.
it. Just to keep that up. Just to keep
Just
that
keep
debate
you
alive.
engaged, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to keep the Sanji versus Zoro debate alive.
Yes.
See, Zoro, instead of shipping,
Yeah.
Oda goes, who do you think is stronger? And I'm never going to tell you.
Indeed.
Instead of, who is Luffy going to get with? He goes, who is stronger? I'm not going to tell you.
And you're gonna argue about it to the end of the time.
But you'll never know.
Indeed.
So, we finally get to the rebel camp, but no one's there.
Yes.
It's been ravaged by desert, by drought. We get introduced to the character of Toto.
Yep.
The old man, Koza's father.
Yes. Entrusted with construction of Yaba, a trade route as sorts.
And then we
To
get
the kingdom.
the Koza flashback.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of it. Cobra is a fantastic king.
Yes.
He's all about the will of the people, the burden of the king.
Yes.
He understands what it means to be king. The king is nothing without the people.
Indeed.
He is a quality ruler.
Yeah.
Probably, like, one of the only quality leaders around?
Probably the best king we've seen in the story.
I mean, King Riku isn't nearly as characterized as Cobra.
We don't know. We haven't seen King Riku in the role. He was out of the throne.
Yeah, but even in the flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
He won't sell out
These people.
his people to make him rich.
Yeah.
But that's not really we didn't get much characterization.
We get a lot.
King
We get a
Riku.
lot for Cobra.
We get a lot from Cobra, and it makes him a really compelling character.
Yes.
All right, you really care for Cobra in this arc because he's a genuinely.
I
good
like
king.
how Oda kind of sets it up at the beginning, where he kind of like is like, "Oh, this guy's a bad guy,"
Yeah.
but then he flips it on you.
Well, do we really believe Vivi's father would be a bad guy?
Well, he kind of sets it up to being like the classic, like
The king,
the
fucking
the
with
asshole
people.
king fucking
Yeah.
with the people, but then he flips it on you, and it turns out he's a quite excellent king.
So Koza is the will of the people.
Yes.
You know, all that kind of stuff. So Cobra, fantastic character, great king. We actually care about a king.
Yes.
That's crazy. Page 1 of 7 complete.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. So we get even more characterization with Baroque works.
Okay.
They arrive at Rain Base. They're interacting. They're talking over the table.
Yep.
We needed more of this in Whole Cake Island. Alright? I wanted to see... We got one scene where the whole family's sitting around the table.
Yes.
Discussing what's happening.
Okay.
And we get their
Sorta.
reactions.
Not really, but sorta.
We kind of get one of those scenes.
Yeah.
We kind of needed more...
We needed maybe an
Character
entire
dynamics.
chapter instead of a couple of pages, I reckon.
Yeah. Well,
Including Katakuri, Cracker.
Smoothie, how that dynamic works,
Yeah.
all those characters interacting. I know it's a massive family, but even still, I understand how Baroque works.
Yeah.
I understand it intricately and it's detailed, right?
Yeah.
I don't really understand how the Big Mom Pirates work.
Okay.
It would have been cool to be like, we've got these issues, but don't talk to Big Mom.
Go to Katakuri, go to Monto.
Go to Montor. We don't want to tell Big Mom anything because she's just going to get angry.
We kind of run the kingdom while Big Mom just fucks about.
It would have been cool to see that because we would have gotten more fleshed out
Characters.
and a more fleshed out location and setting.
Yeah.
But,
With quantity, you lose quality.
but
That's how it usually goes.
how would the fans react to a couple chapters of the Big Mom Pirates interacting?
Not well.
No, I think they would enjoy it. I really do. Because
The fans...
people want to know.
The fans on the forums and the Discords will be screaming, "Where's Big Mom? Where's the hype? This is trash."
No.
Us,
I don't think so.
Us, the fans that understand, well,
I wholeheartedly disagree because I'm on those forums and I'm on those Discords.
yes.
People want to know what is the deal with Compo?
Okay.
What's the deal with Smoothie?
Do they want to know what the deal is with them, or do they just want to know strength feats?
Probably both.
I don't think they're quite interested in character.
I'm saying it would have been good to get more character stuff in Whole Cake Island.
Yes.
A little bit.
I agree. 100% I
A little
agree.
bit more of an understanding of how the Big Mom Pirates works and functions.
Yes.
Who's more respected than others?
Mm-hmm.
The kind of hierarchy of
Instead of us
the
piecing
oldest-
it together, like the oldest siblings
older
know
siblings,
who Katakuri is and understand his role.
So you got the older siblings, you got the middle siblings, you got the younger siblings.
Yes.
That would have been an interesting dynamic to explore a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of things I picked up on while reading Baroque works.
Yeah.
Oda does a fantastic job of characterizing
Baroque works.
Baroque works. So Crocodile finally reveals himself.
Yep.
Alright.
Everybody's upset.
Alright. So Crocodile reveals himself. He doesn't trust anyone.
Yep.
He is the complete opposite to Doflamingo.
Yes.
Doflamingo has complete trust in his family.
In his useless family.
Are they?
To
Are
be
they
fair,
more
the
useless-
Baroque work did not raise Crocodile.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And is the Baroque works more useless than the
Bon
Don
Clay
Quixote family?
and Mr. One put up a good fight.
All the other ones kind of suck.
Yeah. Christian, they're making a big deal that it's Crocodile and his a Warlord of the Sea, and they're confused and upset as to why they've hired him.
Yeah.
Crocodile explains the situation. It's like, just do what I tell you. Now, he surely is providing sufficient funds for these people to go along with his plan. I want to know how much. I want to know the economy and the state of Alabasta in this world. Massive casino. What kind of taxes are on those casinos, Christian? How much is Cobra raking in from that casino?
We'll get to the politics and how that works in a very interesting little throwaway line
Yes.
that blew my mind when I read it.
Okay.
But we'll get to it, alright? So, Croc's distrust in his organization ultimately leads into his failure.
Yep.
Because, no one's sticking up for each other, no one's looking after each other.
Yep.
Everyone gets dominated by his individuals.
And he learns to trust in his cover story.
Yes. Alright? Crocodile doesn't trust anyone.
Yep.
Therefore, no one trusts him and no one's really interested in helping him going above and beyond to help him.
Yeah.
So he loses. Alright. Now for the classic scene where Luffy doesn't want to help Vivi.
Yes.
Luffy has these bursts of intelligence.
Yes.
Sometimes, right? And he tells Luffy to stop dreaming, right? You can't have this situation and no one's getting hurt.
Vivi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vivi isn't having it, oh yeah, I can do it. I can beat Crocodile with
no one dying.
no one dying, I can do it.
Yeah.
So Vivi is tiptoeing around the problem.
Yes.
The problem is Crocodile. And Luffy's like...
Vivi's trying to get Kozo on her side, wasting time,
Yeah.
etc.
Luffy's like, I'm going after Crocodile.
He sees the plight of the town of Yaba and Tonton.
And he works it all out.
And he figures it out. He doesn't know
the whole plan, right?
He doesn't know that the crocodile's sending tornadoes there.
Yeah.
Or sandstorms. But he figures out the plight of the people cannot wait any longer.
Yeah.
For them to be free, Crocodile must fall.
Must fall.
And for Vivi to be happy again, Crocodile must fall. As soon as possible.
Luffy being intelligent here, telling Vivi, you're being stupid, people are gonna die, and you're gonna have to be ready to accept that.
Yep.
Luffy being real.
Yep.
Surprise. Luffy is at least, an average IQ.
I feel like this
He just acts stupid for like...
He's dumb, but he's emotionally smart. He understands when people are not true to themselves.
But that's intelligence. Right?
Vivi breaks down and accepts that it's Crocodile.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Luffy, not as dumb as people think.
Yes.
Maybe. He acts dumb a lot, but he has these bursts of intelligence. Very important for Luffy's character.
Yeah.
So then we find out about Koza. What his deal is. Now, I actually care about Koza.
Yeah.
Which is insane that I care about this minor character. Because he is on point.
Yep.
He's like, I am the will of the people. I don't want this war. No one wants this war. But we have to fight this war.
Yes.
Because everyone is dying and Cobra is doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
Even if he's not behind it, something has to happen.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. I could get behind... He's getting fooled by Crocodile and he's getting played. But his heart is in the right place.
His heart's in the right place, but is he too... He's too quick.
It's been 4 years.
3.
3 years.
Yes. But has he investigated the situation?
Surely.
Surely he's just blind to the fact that he's upset that the king used the powder.
But he states he is the will of the people. He
Yes.
doesn't want a war with Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
But the people are dying.
Okay.
So he has to do something. I can get behind his sentiment.
It's an interesting character and political point to bring into this arc.
I actually care about the politics of this arc. which is
Cobra and Kozen are in regards the same. They
Yeah.
will the people, they care about the people, but Koza, way too rash,
crazy. I don't think it's
way
rash,
too
man.
explosive.
No, he listens to reason. It's been 3 years
Yeah.
of this shit.
Yeah.
So there's evidence against Cobra.
But what's he gonna do? Become king and then make it rain?
Use the dance powder
On where?
on Alabasta.
Doesn't solve the problem.
The people need the rain.
It doesn't solve the problem.
They think it will.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Cobra's told him it we won't solve it. Maybe if
He's convinced-
Koza did more research into the powder
He's convinced that Cobra is using the dance powder on the capital.
on rain base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's convinced
Yeah.
of. So
How many times does his father have to tell him to trust the king?
he trusts the king, but he's the will of the people.
Alright.
That's the thing. That's why
Alright.
Koza is a good character.
Okay.
Because he wants to trust the king so badly,
Yeah.
but he
Can't handle his
his
people.
bleeding heart for the people is stronger than his love for the king.
Okay.
So Koza, very interesting character. Very good political intrigue.
What do you think Oda's trying to say when that line of thinking ends up him being fooled by a greater plot and villain? What do you think that means in the grand scheme of what Oda's trying to say?
I think that's just to pump up the villainy of Crocodile. I don't think it's trying to say anything. I'm just trying to say, look at Crocodile. He's taking advantage of these good people and putting them against each other. That's what I think it's saying. It's not really saying anything about politics.
It might be.
What kind of message is that?
It might be saying the people always don't know all the facts. They don't know what's really happening. And maybe the people of the kingdom need to trust the authority.
I don't think he's saying that at all. Because that goes against the whole mantra of One Piece, which is freedom.
Yes.
So, maybe it's taking advantage of someone. I think it's to hype Crocodile's evil plot.
Right.
Just to show how evil Crocodile is.
Okay.
That he will use two good leaders and put them against each other.
Yeah.
That's what I think that is. I don't think it's saying anything about
Any
authority
political
or political
message, perhaps. Okay.
for that part, but there is political messages throughout the arc,
Yeah.
no doubt. Alright, so the Navy's in this arc.
They are.
I appreciate this.
Yes.
And I want the Navy to be in Wano. Do you know why?
Christian, they're an interesting dynamic.
Do you know why?
Tell me.
If we have the Navy in an arc
Yeah.
and involved, alright, people are instantly going to think, oh, character bloat, too many players in Wano.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we can do mundane things like move characters around,
Quick.
right? We can move those characters around, but we can have interactions with cool characters from the Navy.
Right.
Oh, we have to get from this castle to this mountain.
Yeah.
It's going to take time. What if I have an interaction with Fujitora on the way?
And then,
You can have that little bit of an intrigue there.
or we cut to Fujitora. By the time we cut back, they're already there.
They're already there. So having this kind of third player in the arc, or fourth player in the arc,
Yeah.
we
Many players
we can-
potentially in Wano.
we can just cut between them and cut our time and be like, this is what happened over here.
Travel time is what played Hoyok Island.
Yes, and that's because there was only two sides in that
Yes.
saga, right? Two sides, really. Three
Two sides traveling at the same time, which is a problem.
Yeah, so if we have the Navy in Wano,
Basically, the end of Whole Cake Island is a chase scene,
yeah,
which is why people were upset.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if we have the Navy in the Wano, it'll help to keep the pace moving.
Okay.
Because we can move characters in the background while, well, let's have a look at what Fujitora is doing.
Okay.
Gets a little bit of intrigue there, moves the plot along at the same pace, as moving characters around. That's what I want to see in one. I want to see the Navy be there. Because the Navy presence is a kind of neutral force.
Yeah.
So they're...
Against the villain, but they're against the Straw Hats.
They're not... Yeah. They might help the Straw Hats.
Sort of against the Straw Hats, but not really.
Yeah, they'll help the Straw Hats indirectly,
Yeah.
and they'll be against the villain. They're kind of a neutral side.
Yeah.
So, I think the Navy being a Wano will be good for that reason. Alright, so finally, the Straw Hats make it to Land Base. And everyone runs into the casino.
Yes.
Here comes one of the most interesting points of the... most interesting throwaway lines of the arc.
Yes.
A goon bouncer at the door says to Smoker,
Yes.
government officials are not allowed.
Interesting.
This blows the whole political structure of the One Piece world apart.
Okay.
Alright. Can we talk about how relaxed the world government is, that a policy like this that exists and is allowed to happen?
Okay.
The world government is very lax about world domination.
Yeah.
They're like, alright, we'll give you kingdoms, but we're not really going to look at them.
Yeah.
We're more interested in the sea. You can have policies like no government officials allowed.
In a casino.
In a casino. How does this world work?
Interesting.
World government, apparently a world dominating force.
Yeah.
They don't really have any policies that put the people down. They do fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But that's only really for like, they've got two rules.
Yeah.
Don't
Touch the Celestial
touch
Dragons.
the Celestial Dragons. Don't touch the Poneglyphs.
Yeah.
And then we don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those are the two rules.
Yeah.
Is the world government really that bad?
Morgans and, you know.
They'll lie, they'll try and keep up their face.
Yeah.
They'll do all that kind of government stuff. But, is the world government
I'd
really that
imagine
bad?
the world government is fine as long as the tax money from the kingdoms funnels into their pockets.
They let the kingdoms rule themselves.
Yes.
So,
I don't think the government's quite interested in the separated kingdoms. Perhaps because we've talked about this before.
here's the thing.
Kings and kingdoms change all the time without world government giving a regard.
Here's the thing, right? In most stories about a global power, right?
Yeah.
They're almost always Nazi-like.
Yeah.
Very strict on rules, regulations. You can't do this, you can't do this. The government's everywhere.
Yeah.
They're in your pockets. You know, they're keeping an eye on you. But in One Piece, we have a world-dominating force that really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're like...
Don't research the ancient history.
And don't
t-
touch the Celestial Dragons.
Don't touch the Celestial Dragons. Pretty much it.
And we'll let them have slaves.
There's issues surrounding...
the Celestial Dragons.
This is what I think it is. They probably have all these rules and regulations, but they don't really enforce them. They don't even really enforce their own people. Look at Captain Morgan's in the first arc.
Yeah.
Issues.
I mean, he's got the backing of the world government, so it feels like he can...
Yeah.
terrorize
There's
the town.
corruption in the Navy, no doubt, but will we see sanctioned things? Because, like, Doflamingo just strolled up and took Dressrosa. No
Government
issue.
didn't even care.
Walpole got kicked out of Drum Island.
Government didn't even step in.
Government didn't give a fuck.
It was a world government held kingdom.
Yeah.
World government didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
that the kingdom was changed. That the king of that kingdom was changed.
Indeed.
You'd think they would.
You'd think so.
Who's this guy? Who's the new king? We gotta figure this out. Very interesting.
Are the world government that bad?
That's what I'm saying. Are the world government really that bad? They've done fucked up shit. Sure.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Law's whole backstory. Right? For economic gain. I want to say...
I guess it's not bad until they act on your island.
the structure of the world government isn't bad.
You're free until you fuck up or you're in their way and you get destroyed.
Yeah.
That's probably the world government.
They're kind of like...
There's so many islands and the world's so big. Christian, could you imagine a government force on our Earth? One government trying to run this entire world?
Yeah, it'll be a shit
Chaos.
show.
No, No rules. No one would be enforcing anything. It would have to be. It would have to be the same, pretty much the same deal. Each individual country is ruled by a conglomerate, and each individual country does what the fuck they want.
Would it be kind of like the EU?
Even that's a shit show.
The EU is definitely a shit show.
Yeah.
But you've got this global. You got this region power.
Yeah.
The EU. But you've got governments within that power.
That's probably how it is. But the EU doesn't have, authority to burn down nations.
Let's not get political
All right.
on the podcast. But there are a lot of problems with the EU.
Yeah.
But let's continue. So the world government is a extremely lax, world-dominated power.
Until they need you to fuck off.
You see, I think the idea of the world government
keeps everyone in line?
Keeps everyone in line, but in practice, all it would have to do is get rid of the corrupt actors.
Yeah, and it'd be fine.
And then they're just a United Nations
protecting
army.
force. Get rid of the Celestial Dragons and then we're probably good.
Yeah, because then the Navy keep the pirates in check.
Yeah.
You get that balance. Very strange. World government. I hope we get a lot of more details in Reverie about this shit.
Okay.
Because I want to know
how
this works. Tax money.
Yeah.
Regulations. You can't do this. If a king goes, I want to, invade this other country, does the world government have a say? Who
knows? We
saw it with Germany. You got all these battles going on against kingdoms. Where's the world government?
Where's the world government protection?
They have such...
We see the revolutionaries take kingdom after kingdom. Where's government support?
I don't think they have enough people to run this joint.
Exactly.
They just don't have enough people to run
That's the issue. The Navy is not big enough to run.
They don't have the people.
Yes.
So, world government, interesting player. They need more people to run this shit properly. Because it's running rampant.
It's a shit show. No doubt about it. You have a mass of criminals on the seas doing what they want.
Also, the warlord system is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
There's just pirates abusing the system.
We know the warlord system's stupid. Shall we move on?
Very interesting point there.
Yeah.
Alright, so they all get captured by Crocodile because they all go down the pirate route. Because Luffy is stupid. He gets Looney Tunes into a trap.
This arc is very Looney Tunes. This coming up section is very, very silly.
Very Looney Tunes-esque.
Yeah.
Luffy runs into a trap. They get trapped. Crocodile starts the monologue. I'm Crocodile. Your little flies in my trap.
Useless.
Classic
villain.
Villain just spewing.
He has a
out
little
lines.
button with a trapdoor even.
I know. He's just a classic
all-out
Disney
villain.
Classic Disney villain.
How much do you think this casino cost to make with an underwater aquarium
filled with banana gators?
filled with banana gators and
massive.
rare fish?
Very expensive. For this one little secret hideout.
Now, was it government funded from Cobra as a rebate to increase revenue for the kingdom?
See, these political questions are very interesting, and we'll never find out how this works.
This is Crocodile's casino, yes?
Yes. Crocodile, hero of Alabasta.
Yes. He brings prosperity to the rainbows.
Yes.
The thing I didn't get from this arc is a flashback on where the deals went down with Cobra and Crocodile. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the political intrigue of how Cobra got fucked up by Crocodile.
We kind of know, but we kind of don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of up in the air.
So, another interesting little fucking thing.
Also, you can't build an aquarium on sand.
That's not... He built a moat, he built... Whatever.
Yeah.
He somehow built his aquarium.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Smoker now tells us about Seastone.
What the fuck?
I have no idea what's... It's so contradictory and weird. Smoker tells us that you can only get sea stone from one place in the ocean.
Yes. Interesting note.
One
section in the ocean.
We need to know where this is.
Close to Vegapunk, obviously.
Somewhere, it has to be in the New World.
Must be a Navy base.
Yeah.
Must be heavily controlled by the Navy.
Little bit.
The only time we've seen Seastone is Navy equipment.
Little bit
Yes.
of a speculation is this patch around Wano. Keeping people out.
Perhaps are the poneglyphs
Made of sea stone.
made of Seastone?
Some sort of substance.
Doesn't someone break fucking Smoker's bat?
Yeah, Luffy breaks it, but the tip is only sea stone.
Oh, yes, the tip.
The tip's only sea stone.
Okay.
Very interesting point.
Have we ever seen... I don't think we've ever seen Seastone chip,
In its normal
chip or like break.
break, no.
So the poneglyph's probably made out of Seastone, but Luffy touches it, right?
It's probably made of sea stone before it gets submerged in water, right?
It's probably made...
Because it's like... Alright, Smoker explains what sea stone is.
yes.
And it only confuses me more.
Go on.
Because it emits
Energy of the sea.
energy of the sea
Yes.
and it negates devil fruits, but the ocean itself does not negate devil fruits. Luffy can still stretch,
Yes.
right? Luffy can still stretch in the ocean.
We see in Dressrosa, Luffy's holding the bars of
He's
the Colosseum,
drained
and he
of-
stretches down.
But he's drained of his energy.
Yes.
But sea stone cuffs can't use the power at all. How does sea stone work? Now, Smoker does say it is like this, and we don't fully understand how
Yes.
it works.
The
There's caveats and there's things about
First of
that.
all, this stone must be extraordinarily expensive. And Crocodile
definitely.
has an entire cage made out of
Yeah.
it, let alone the factory in Dressrosa. Now, Kaido money is endless.
Of course.
Pillage and murder on a consistent basis. No worries about money there.
Kaido has a lot of money.
And probably gets
Wonderful.
a very good deal on the black market.
Very good deal.
Joker, world broker, etc.
So, Smoker explaining sea stone only confuses me more.
Yes.
So, I really want to know what's going on with sea stone.
Hot take, can Smoker just turn into a very thin stream of smoke and go through the bars? Or does the waves of the energy prevent him from doing that?
Probably that one. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sea stone's weird. Will we ever find out how it exactly works?
Yes,
Probably not.
Vegapunk.
Vegapunk.
Vegapunk arc has a reason.
Now, is this a post-arc thing? Or is that...
We
an
know
actual arc?
Smoker himself is going to Vegapunk. With the
Yes.
kids.
But, is this an arc or is this post-arc?
Luffy
If
needs... It's the same issue we have constantly on this show. What is happening after Wano and where are we going?
We'll talk about this later
So,
because right
we
now
shall continue.
we're in the very beginnings of Alabasta.
Yeah, so we're an hour and 10 minutes into this podcast.
the very beginnings of Alabasta.
Continue.
So, you know, Vivi's outside of the casino doing shit.
Yep.
And Robin versus Pal. And Robin destroys Pal
Demolishes Pal.
so hard.
Not even a competition.
Please, Oda, can I get a Robin fight in Wano? Please. That's what I have to say about that.
Okay.
I want a Robin fight because we know Robin is strong.
Yes.
And Oda refuses to show us how
Haki
strong.
trading with Dragon.
Oda refuses to tell us how strong Robin is.
Keeps you guessing.
Oda refuses to tell me how strong Sanji is.
Yes.
I want to know.
Okay.
We will know in Wano.
Hopefully.
We get one of the funniest things in One Piece.
Yes.
Luffy's Sanji impression.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. I love it. Bring it back. I want more comedy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's too serious.
Okay.
Always talking about power scaling. Always talking about
The
who
great
strong Robin
gags.
is. Let's take some time and talk about the comedy.
Yes.
We've already talked about the comedy somewhat, but Oda is a pretty good writer of comedy.
Yes.
He knows that the comedy should come from the character's motivations.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just come out of nowhere. All the comedy makes sense.
Also, slapstick is funny.
Slapstick's always funny.
Yes.
Alright? I don't care how old you are.
Getting hit in the dick.
Funny.
Hilarious.
Usopp smashing into a wall and like sliding down. Funny.
Yes.
Usopp getting hurt. Always funny.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect example, Dressrosa were on a mission, going to the toy factory.
yeah.
They come out of that chute. Usopp's on a lot of tontatas. Smashes his head into the wall and then continues. Hilarious.
Alright, so now Mr. 2 disguises as
Cobra.
Cobra.
Yeah.
Attacks the port, only enraging Koza even more.
Yes.
Sees what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, is this enough motivation for you? Because he sees the king doing this.
I guess.
Sees it with his own eyes.
Okay.
So, more motivation. The rebels getting more angrier and angrier.
As per Crocodile's plan.
Did we talk about the speech that he gives to the kid?
Which kid?
You know, the kid comes up to him and he's like, "Oh, want to join the rebels?"
Yeah, no, we haven't.
So, he says, "Get out of here. No one here wants to fight this war.
Yeah.
This war isn't about that. This war is about the people.
Yeah.
Go home, kid." I appreciate that speech.
Same kid notices Mr. 2.
Mr. 2 as well.
Did we talk about the flashback with Cozy yet, or has that happened?
We talked about the first flashback.
Okay.
There's more flashback. So, alright, now.
Also, Mr. 3 turning up again, being like,
I'm here.
I'm a fuckwit. And
I'm
Crocodile's like, go away.
Yeah.
You're weak.
Down the trapdoor.
That'll come into play later. Continue.
So,
Just punch the mic, mate.
Crocodile confirms he's been using the dance powder.
Yes.
I'll read the line exactly quoted, black and white, clear as crystal.
Yeah.
I had to raise enough money to manufacture the dance powder.
Yeah.
Alright? But he also does hit the necessary towns with his sand attacks.
Yes.
So he is using dance powder
To take away the
he is
rain.
using
Yes.
his sandstorms.
Specifically to bury the town.
To bury the towns, to get rid of the oasis or
Yeah.
moisture out of those towns,
Yeah.
bury them in sand. So, yes. Crocodile is using a multifaceted approach to get rid of the rain.
Okay.
And now more classic villains, you know, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna dump this key down this.
Haha, I've been given the real key.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill this place full of water slowly, so you drown."
Yeah.
Whole bunch of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Crocodile being a classic villain, not killing the Straw Hats when he had the chance.
Indeed.
Classic. Just, what can you say about that?
You know, Crocodile's one of those villains in One Piece where he has his motivations, shaky at best. Interesting motivations. We
Yeah.
don't know the cap on those motivations.
No, his motivations are, I think they're well established later on.
Sorta.
They're good. They're good. They're good enough.
I'd like to know more answers. We'll probably get those later in the series, maybe.
It's got to relate back to what the secret with Vonkov is. Or
Yeah.
shit. Whatever happened to him. If I said Sanji and Chopper were not in the arc
I was about to
for
say.
like 8 chapters, would you be surprised?
Where, Christian, at the exact point Sanji leaves the story is unknown to me.
He leaves it before they enter the casino.
It just disappears.
8 chapters, he is not in the story. That's almost a whole volume.
You just assume he's in the background.
He's not.
He's not. He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Sanji's gone.
Classic Sanji in an arc.
He just disappears.
Disappears.
Onto his own quest.
Yeah.
With Chopper.
Indeed.
So they're, Also, a little bit of an art critique on Oda.
Yeah.
Did you notice Vivi's weapon?
What the
Peacock
things? What about them?
flashes. Oda cannot draw ellipses at all.
Okay.
They're like... Have you seen them? Right.
In what regard? When she's spinning them or when she's throwing
Just
them?
when she's throwing them and you
Aren't
see
they
them.
supposed to be peacock feathers?
No. He draws them like a weird fucking... You can't see it.
Can't see it.
He draws them like a weirdness and shit like that.
Okay.
He does it very sloppily.
Yeah.
When an ellipse is very easy to do, and it's just fucking bang.
I imagine he's going more of a feather shape. It kind of fucks it up when he's going for speed.
It's not even speed. Like it's just poorly drawn ellipses.
Okay.
A little bit of an art critique for Oda. I don't do this often.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm better than Oda.
To be fair,
Just saying, man can't draw ellipses.
they are double, triple, quadruple lined when they're in motion. which kind of hides
It wasn't in motion though.
I don't remember the specific
There's
scene.
a specific panel where I noticed it. I'm like,
Alright,
come on.
alright.
Alright, little bit of an arc critique.
Yeah.
But this is an arc review.
Yes.
So we have to critique every aspect.
I talk about Ace at the start of the arc with no
No
lighting, no appropriate fire
toning.
lighting.
Lighting, very important when you do fire.
Yes.
You need to see how intense that fire is.
Yes.
Oda, not at his peak art performance yet.
Still good.
I think he hits his peak. I've said it before in Skypiea, the arc after
You love
this.
Skypiea.
Skypiea's art is so good.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Oda ups his art game later on.
But still good.
Still fantastic. I'm just noticing these little.
Mechanically very sound. As always.
Oda's art style is very sound.
Yeah.
I just noticed that he improves dramatically in Skypiea. I think he wanted to change it up
Yeah.
for Skypiea, and he does very well.
Okay.
Alright. You know, Crocodile continues to monologue.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha, I'm the villain.
Yeah.
You're not gonna escape. Despair.
Just talking shit to Vivi.
Vivi, you can't even save your
You're
friends.
weak, you're a child, you don't know anything, I'm gonna fool your father,
Yeah.
etc.
And then we get classic Sanji, Mr. Prince calls from
Like crap.
restaurant, La
Like
Crap.
crap.
It's Mr. Prince.
Yeah.
Crocodile is extremely pissed off.
Mr. Prince calling in for Mr. 3,
Yep.
giving fake information to Crocodiles, saying the Straw Hats are dead.
This is why trust is why Crocodile fails.
Yes.
Because he gets a message from Mr. 3 and doesn't even know his voice.
Yeah. They've never
So-
met. You get wrecked, mate.
Crocodile's trust issues bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
Mr. Prince is back, just trolling Crocodile. Crocodile's getting extremely triggered.
Yeah.
He goes after him, tries to find Mr. Prince.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a little bit of a decoy with Chopper. Sanji comes in, and he's just in the casino waiting for Vivi to turn up.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So Vivi finds him, and they go back to the joint where they're at, the
Yep.
secret base.
Yep.
Another little bit of an art comment
Okay.
on this arc. How Oda's sand effects for Crocodile are extremely good.
I can answer this question.
How is he doing it?
It is a screen panel.
Screen panel.
Yes.
So he's using different type of panel tones.
For the people who don't know what screen panels are, they're you know how Oda has shading on his artwork?
Yeah.
Manga works via getting stickers, as it were.
Yeah.
You put them on top of the page, then you cut out the shadow, as it were, and then you remove the sticker,
Yeah.
and then you have the shadow detail. You know, little dots.
Yeah.
This exists for sand effects, and he's getting that tone in the sand effect by layering two stickers on top of each other.
It is extremely good.
That's how he's doing it. He's not sitting there dotting the
I know.
page.
I was thinking maybe he's using charcoal and bump maps.
Nah,
But
just screen tone.
very, very good effective. Very effective on the
Yes.
screen tone. Do you think it was done by assistants or Oda himself? The screen toning of the sound effect.
It's so integral to Crocodile's character and the movement of the character itself that it must be him.
Oda
Must be
himself.
Oda.
It's extremely well done.
Yeah.
I love that sound. That sand effect
Yeah,
is extremely good. I love it.
it's good.
Very good from Oda's sand.
Yeah.
So Sanji comes in. He does his rude manner kick, table manners kick,
Yeah.
also known as anti-mana shot.
Yeah.
For people out there who like to call things by the wrong names.
And watch the anime.
Yeah. So,
Fucks up the crocodile
kind of
fun
events-
times. Yes.
make Sanji fans.
Yes.
Sanji playing the cool guy, roasting the villain,
Yeah.
outsmarting the smart guy,
Yeah.
doing massive power feats. This kind of moment makes a Sanji fan.
Yeah.
And we need more of these moments.
Okay.
We need a fight with Sanji. I've been saying this for about 20 episodes.
Indeed.
So, Sanji kicks the gator, the wax ball comes out.
Yeah.
It's Mr. 3. He survived.
Yeah.
He saves the crew. I noticed a little bit of a... I don't know how you feel about this in the arc,
Okay.
but I noticed a little bit of a pacing, maybe issue, maybe technique that Oda likes to use in this arc.
Go on.
he likes to do things and then go back and flashback and explain them.
Quite a few.
He does this like 3 times. Do you like this, and is it necessary?
I like the Mr. 3 section.
Yeah.
Because you're like, how'd they escape? They don't have the key. You find out that Crocodile has a real key.
Yeah.
Then we find out Mr. 3 saved them. Creative.
But we the ball of ice comes out and is Mr. 3.
Yeah.
We go into a flashback explaining how he survived that.
Yeah.
And then we see him escape, and then we go into a flashback of how they escaped. Is this necessary?
Do you
think it's a pacing problem?
I'd imagine he's done it because of the pacing of individual chapters, rather than the entire volume as a whole. That's my thing about it.
He wants to explain exactly what happened.
Cliffhangers of chapters, getting to certain things in chapters, hitting goals, then explaining them later on.
Nothing really gets off screen this arc.
Yeah.
Everything that needs to happen is shown on screen.
Yeah.
Do you think this is good, or do you think Oda should go back to this sort of pacing
The story's
style?
too complex now to do it.
Yeah, you just be doing it every chapter.
You just be there 400 chapters.
I kind of like it if you did it sparingly.
I think we'll get a classic pre-time skip arc in our buff.
Do you think this
Keep it local.
Yeah.
I want at least one more local arc before we go into the final war.
Keep it as a kingdom, a threat.
Keep it as a kingdom, a small group, just having the crew.
It's not going to be like that because Big Mom's turning up.
Yeah.
So
maybe even have an entire crew dedicated to the crew's dynamics with the red-haired pirates in the Shanks arc where it's the final training arc.
you see these little mini flashback things, I think is a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Because why not just show it in real time?
Again, my reasoning is
build tension,
specific chapter pacing issues rather than the entire volume.
I think it does hurt the volumes.
Okay.
Because
Sorta.
you see the Straw Hats escape, you're like, yes, okay, they've escaped. And then it brings you back into that environment that you thought you just left.
Yeah.
I think that could be an issue.
Okay.
Just a little bit of a pacing problem with those kind of mini flashbacks that some of them aren't really necessary.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a problem with that I found.
Okay.
Alright, so Smoker gets a little bit of character development here because he is saved by Zoro. And Zoro gets character development.
Luffy tells Zoro to save Smoker.
And Zoro only saves Smoker because it was Captain's orders. People want to say Zoro doesn't have a character. He's not
Absolute
complex.
100 faith in Luffy.
Zoro is the right-hand man.
Yes.
Let's look into that. Alright, and Smoker learns to trust pirates. They saved my life, I'm going to let him go this time.
Yeah.
And what do you know? Chopper found a crab. And we also get a mini flashback with that. Why do we need a mini flashback?
Similar to the crab in Skypiea.
Yeah.
Travel crabs, will they return?
Why do we need
Yeah.
a flashback of Chopper getting this crab when Chopper can just turn up with a crab? Again with the pacing issues.
Yep.
But Chopper finds a crab, and then we go. But before that, time for a little bit of a fight. Luffy versus Crocodile.
Yes.
Round 1. Start doing it. Alright? It's the start of the...
Taken off the crab.
He got hooked off the crab.
Yeah.
It's time. I don't know how to explain this.
Okay.
As I was reading this, I noticed Luffy is dominant in his fighting technique, but due to either Crocodile's cockiness mixed with his Logia powers, he doesn't feel the need to dodge or react.
Yes.
Now, is it because he can't or because he doesn't choose to?
Logia syndrome.
Logia syndrome, exactly.
Yes.
They're not used to taking damage.
They don't need a dodge.
They don't.
So they don't.
Alright. Now, before we start this next half of the arc, do you want to take a little bit of a break?
No.
Grab a coffee? I'm dying here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christian wants to take a break. We will be back shortly. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with some refreshments. Hope you have your own refreshments with you as well. Now, Christian's just going to beat that mic. Like a fucking idiot.
Alright. Crocodile versus Luffy.
Did you put sugar in this coffee?
Let's not get into the coffee, alright?
What's the story? Why are you putting sugar in my drinks?
Alright, it was a debacle. Someone made coffee, too much coffee. Let's not get into it.
You know I don't have sugar in my coffee.
Just fucking drink it. I have to deal with this fucking idiot over here. Alright. So Crocodile versus Luffy round 1.
Yes.
I was saying before we went to break that Luffy dominates this fight because of Logie Syndrome.
Indeed.
Logie Syndrome plagues Crocodile.
Plagues Crocodile, plagues Anel, plagues Katakuri.
Now, Katakuri's more debatable because he actually puts up a fight.
Alright, let's not get into the Katakuri debate again.
Let's not do that. Alright? I'm not doing that.
Yep.
Alright, so, no attacks work on Crocodile.
Yeah.
So Luffy's stuffed, pretty much. Luffy can't win here.
Okay.
So, Crocodile, he's like, oh, you can't win. I'm gonna destroy Yaba.
I'm a
Tom,
villain.
I'm a villain.
Yep.
Fuck you. I'm gonna destroy that town.
Okay.
He said to Sandstorm that way.
Indeed.
Luffy gets stuck in quicksand.
Yep.
Luffy gets his arm dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
But before all this happens, Luffy gets a little bit of water on Crocodile.
Yep.
Hint of foreshadowing on how to beat Crocodile. A little bit of water splashes on him.
Mm-hmm.
As the crab is leaving, everyone is worried that Luffy can't beat Crocodile.
Yep.
Your comments on this? I want to hear it. Everyone, including Zoro, is worried Luffy can't beat him.
What do you mean by worried? Just
Zoro clenching his teeth, clutching his swords.
this is the thing.
Everyone but Sanji is worried.
Here we go.
What is that about? Please explain to yourself.
Well, we're talking about Logias at the start of One Piece. Unknown how to beat them.
Would you say you were wrong about Sanji and Honkai Gold?
No, I wouldn't.
He does believe in Luffy. He always has believed in Luffy.
He doesn't believe in Luffy and Honkai Island.
It's his selflessness. Let's not get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can believe whatever you want. Alright, we're not here to tell you what to think. But I am telling you that Sanji does not believe in Luffy and Honkai Island.
He does. It's his selflessness. It's part of his character.
Alright.
Let's not get into that again. But a little bit interesting, little bit of evidence here from my point of view.
Okay.
Sanji's the only one who's not worried that Luffy can't win.
Alright.
Everyone else is worried. Nami's worried. Vivi's worried. Chopper's worried. Zoro's worried. So, Luffy loses the fight. Straight up. Loses the fight. Round 1 goes to Crocodile.
Yep.
But, you know what? Crocodile, he's going to die in the quicksand. I'm out of here.
Yep.
Classic villain. Does not finish the job. Happens all the time. Everyone goes over to Alabasta.
Yep.
Robin saves Luffy. Do you know why?
Tell me why, Christian.
She saves him because of the will of D.
Yes, Monkey D.
She
Luffy.
says something about those with the name of D. Why do you fight?
Yes, she's interested.
She's interested. What does she know?
Yeah.
She knows something.
She knows about the family D.
And she won't tell us.
Yes.
Robin will not tell us what she knows.
Yep.
She knows. She knows about the will of D. She knows about the family of D.
She reads an entire wall of text and only gives us tidbits of information.
Robin knows.
Yeah.
But she won't tell us.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
Okay.
So Robin wants to know why Luffy fights. That's why she saves him. Also, maybe because she enjoys his character.
What's there to say about Robin up until this point in Alabasta? She's kind of the sidekick that kind of organizes things. She's a villain, but we don't know really who's finding her or what's going on with Robin. Interesting character to think about. Obviously, reading it now is a bit different.
I would say Robin is the most powerful character there, bar Mr. One and Crocodile.
Yeah.
Easily.
She bodies, absolutely destroys.
Everyone she comes in
Pal.
contact with.
Yeah.
Because she's a villain at this point and she's allowed to.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a fight. That's all I'm asking.
He's asking for a fight.
I'm asking for a Robin fight and Wino. Will I get it? Probably not.
Yeah.
So, Robin saves Luffy And Yarborough is hit with a sandstorm.
Indeed.
Croc is not making it rain with the sandstorms. Even more evidence.
Okay.
By this. Because he sends a small sandstorm via weather that's explained to us. It picks up wind.
Yeah.
It becomes even bigger and blows away everything.
Okay.
So, even more evidence for that. Now, as they are heading towards Alabama,
Okay.
now is the moment where the fighting Dugons come back and save the crew from drowning.
Yes.
What? Is this necessary? Do you think this is necessary?
Now they saved them because Luffy gave them meat.
Gave them meat. Was this necessary?
There you go.
Did Oda plan this out specifically for this moment?
Obviously, there's no other reason.
But why? It's such a nothing moment. It's so weird. It's such a weird moment.
I don't
know. It's very weird. I don't know what
Quirky.
I don't know what Oda was trying to do with these
Indeed.
guys. Alright, now we get introduced to the Supersonic Duck Squad.
Yep.
You know, at this point, Karoo has made it to Alabasta.
Far from this point.
Made it to the kingdom.
Yep.
Given the message to Cobra. He knows about Crocodile and the whole plot, but he doesn't know how to handle it, pretty much.
Yeah.
So the Duck Squad appears.
Mm-hmm.
And Baroque works at the same time by heading to the battlefield.
Yes.
It's time for fights and matchups. Now, at this point, everyone's heading to different locations.
Indeed.
All the forces are going to meet at one point and
Yep.
have a massive battle. The first fight... Alright, before that, the rebels run past the Straw Hats. Vivi cries to stop the war. No one listens to her.
Yes.
Because you can't stop the bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
Oda's message with this arc that we'll get into later at the end. So, it's time for fights. Usopp and Chopper fight.
Yep.
Very entertaining. Very interesting.
Okay.
So,
kind of showcases like the dynamic of the crew. These perceived weaker characters on the crew can still hold their own if they work together.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to say about this fight, Christian?
Say what you want about Usopp's strength, but the man knows how to take punishment.
He cops punishment every arc brutally.
He goes through like 5 walls. He's getting hit by 4-ton baseball bats.
His nose breaks multiple times constantly.
His skull breaks. He's just getting beaten to death.
Yeah.
Cops explosions. The man knows how to take punishment. That's for sure. And a little bit of a meta question out there to the fans.
Okay.
Is there room for these type of fights? The comedy / strategy fights in One Piece. Is there room for it?
If Oda can couple Straw Hats together,
yeah,
worth.
As he did in Whole Cake Island against Cracker.
Yes.
People love that fight. People don't like that fight.
Indeed.
It's. I think this will always be polarizing at the point of the fan base where we're at. Because there are people who remember the comedy strategy fights that we used to get in like Alabasta. Oda always drops one of these fights in an arc. Frankie versus Senor Pink.
Yep.
Zoro versus Kaku.
Yep.
A lot of comedy in there.
Mm-hmm.
People don't remember that. People only remember the hype of the Ashura.
Yeah.
Heaps of comedy in there. There's always been at least one fight in an arc where it's based on comedy.
I think people don't like it with like the Monster Trio and Luffy because, you know, we can't delineate strength. But with
the weaker crew?
With the weaker crew, perfectly fine.
Mm.
Perfectly fine. We see Chopper and Usopp do the same thing in... well, not the same thing. They work together again in Fishman Island.
Yeah. Against
the new Fishman Pirates. Which is fun. It's good to see the crew working together as a unit.
Yeah.
Which we rarely see.
Alright, we get very solid Usopp character development in this fight.
Yes.
He is scared shitless.
Indeed.
He doesn't want to fight, but he has to fight.
Yes.
He has to fight because there are people counting on him to win this battle.
Indeed.
Massive character growth for Usopp in this arc makes the Dressrosa thing even more sus.
What do you mean by that?
Usopp character grows in Alabasta to the point where even if he doesn't want to fight, he knows he has to fight.
Yes.
In Dressrosa, hightails it out of there, doesn't know what's going on. What? I thought this over for a bit, and it's like, alright, maybe this only applies when there's someone with him.
But
he's not the only one that people are relying on.
He doesn't know that Robin is counting on him at this situation because forgotten that Robin exists.
But this is Alabasta, and Robin's not part of the crew at this point.
But I'm not talking about Alabasta. I'm talking about the workshop.
It doesn't matter.
Chopper is with Usopp as well.
Yes, there's that portion of it.
Yeah.
Now, do all the Tontatas get turned into toys? No. Does Leo get turned into a toy? In Dressrosa.
A lot of people get turned into toys.
I'm pretty sure he still remembers the Tontata, and that's why he comes back. Because he hears the scream to the Tontata.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, the Dressrosa moment was a little weird.
Usopp,
maybe shouldn't have happened.
This is the thing about Usopp. He's always going to be scared, but he's always going to turn up. Eventually.
But we already got the character development in Alabasta.
It's not development, it's his character.
Yes, it is. It is development, because he has to fight here.
But that's what he does in Island Park.
Oh, he runs away in Island Park.
But then he fights. He comes to the same realization he does in Alabasta.
Yeah, but he doesn't run at all during the Alabasta one. He's there to fight. He's there to prove to himself that
maybe he doesn't directly want to abandon Chopper.
I'm thinking it's more something like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's because he's with another crew member, so he's got someone to back him up.
He needs to protect his friend directly.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that. But
Okay.
a little bit of a thing about Dressrosa there that I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like that moment in Dressrosa.
Okay.
Sure, it pays off with God Usopp, but him running away, did that need to happen?
Okay.
Questionable. So the fight continues.
Yep.
Usopp just getting dominated. Chopper's the one who really puts in the effort here.
Yeah. Figures it out.
Sets up
the plan.
Mr. Four.
Yeah.
Runs Miss Merry Christmas into Mr. Four. Mr. Four fucking sends her flying.
But Usopp acts like the Vegeta in this fight in that he gets pummeled while the other character is figuring it out. And
exactly.
Yeah.
So Chopper figures out how to win.
Yeah.
They do win. Huzzah. Chopper and Usopp have won the battle at the front of this
segment. Yeah.
Next, we have the famed Sanji versus Bon Clay.
Yeah.
They are even to the point of the chapter where they fight is called Stalemate.
Yeah.
They're even.
Yes.
They're even fighters. It's a good fight. They trade blows, they block, they dodge at the same pace.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very even fight.
Sanji only wins the fight because he outsmarts Bon Clay.
He doesn't even. It's not even that. He out endurances him.
Not even. He outsmarts him because he's like, oh, there's something on your face. Touches the face, kicks in the head.
There's an argument to be had for that.
Yeah.
But the final attack is them clashing.
Yeah.
And then there's a victor.
Yeah.
So I would say Sanji out endurances Bon Clay.
Okay.
Because Sanji does take a lot of hits in this fight.
Yeah.
So does Bon Clay.
Yeah.
It's about even, the amount of hits they take.
Mm-hmm.
So they're about even. You know, Sanji is getting dominated because, he turns himself into Nami.
Mm-hmm.
He can't hit her. So Sanji loses to 50% of the population.
Okay.
Comments.
Sanji loses to 50% of the population. Interesting.
A little bit of a joke for you.
Yes. Now,
obviously,
factoid. Still a fact.
Still a fact, but it's part of his character.
Yep.
He's never going to hit a woman.
Yep.
That is just integral.
Yep.
Say what you want about that. That's just the way Sanji's going to act.
Yep.
So, we get a little bit of that. Sanji won't hit Bon Clay. He works it out. Bon Clay changes his face.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji starts to win. And then we get the comedy attacks from Bon Clay.
Yep.
He's doing all the weird,
swan
eyelash
stuff.
throw.
Yeah.
All those weird attacks. And then, how would the fan base act
Mm.
to comedy during a fight like this in Wano?
Interesting comment.
Imagine in Wano, Zoro is fighting the first commander.
Okay.
And halfway through that fight, there's a little bit of the villain starts to do wacky shit to annoy Zoro.
Yeah.
How would the fan base react? Would they be saying that character's weak?
They would be
character's
saying
trash?
it's a nerf to that character because he's got a character flaw that they perceive to be weak or stupid.
It's part of the style.
And then they'll put asterisks on that fight because Oda nerfed that character instead of Oda giving that character a character.
Interesting point.
Yes.
I like that point. You can't... Memorable fights aren't just hype alone.
Yeah.
You have to have an interesting character.
You need to like the character. You need
You like
be
both
with the
characters.
Yes.
You need to feel for both characters.
That's why the Katakuri fights are controversial.
And why everyone loves... Most people love the fight.
Yeah.
Because Katakuri is such an amazing character.
Yeah.
Because of all the events that happened.
It's not just about the punches and kicks.
If it was only punches and kicks, it wouldn't be a memorable fight.
Yeah.
It would be hype, sure. But we wouldn't get the very good character of Katakuri out of it.
Yeah.
And it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
You know, it's a trade-off. You can't have one without the other. So we got Sanji versus Bon Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji takes the L.
Yep.
No, Sanji takes the W. I'm so used to Sanji
I'm so
taking
used
the
to
L.
saying it that...
Alright, he takes the W here.
Yeah.
He refuses to kill Bon Clay because good guy Sanji. They respect each other. Men in a fight. All that kind of stuff.
And then Sanji beats the shit out of Bon Clay even further.
Yeah.
Still against each other. Yeah.
In the meantime, Vivi apologizes to Chaka for leaving on her adventure.
Yep.
And she gets some character development.
Okay.
She realizes that she can't stop the war.
Yes.
She realizes that Luffy's right and the crocodile has to go down.
Indeed.
Vivi character development. I like to see it. I like to see a little bit of character development in One Piece. Because we don't get that often.
Learning from Luffy, no less. Interesting.
Amazing. Crocodile shows up.
Yes.
No. Yeah, Crocodile shows up and then we cut to Nami versus Miss Doublefinger.
Yep.
So we get little information about when Usopp made the climate baton. So he made it before arriving at Alabasta.
Indeed.
So is he using Grand Line technology in this baton? Is he using dance powder to make the weather things happen? Is he using other technologies on the Grand Line?
Well, it's specifically air bubbles that...
But it's heated and it's cooled.
Yes. Specifically air, though.
Specifically air, but it does a whole bunch of retarded party tricks.
Yes.
So it's got a whole bunch of shit in it.
Christian, as we said before, we don't know how the climate attack works. It just works.
We'll never know. It's just an interesting weapon.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of an explanation about that.
Indeed.
Nami versus Miss Doublefinger. More comedy.
It's comedy, but at Nami's expense, which makes it very serious.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's not the villain isn't the villain isn't the funny part.
What I appreciate about this fight...
It's not like, is the fight funny? Not particularly. It's more of a desperate fight for Nami.
It's kind of funny. It's funny when she does her ultimate attack and the birds come out.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate this fight for a simple reason.
Mm.
Nami wants to prove that she's not
Weak.
she's not weak and that she can help the crew in fights.
Yes.
Where is this Nami? Will she return?
We saw that Nami.
But will she return?
In Whole Cake.
But will she return for a 1v1 in Wano?
We just talked about characters having group fights.
But I want a 1v1.
I'd like to see Nami and Robin have a fight together.
No, give us a 1v1.
Christian
Yeah.
desperately wants a 1v1. She has Zeus now, which keeps her
We
melee range very limited.
She's not going melee at all.
Which is difficult to do
It is,
in a
but
1v1.
why would Oda give her a power up if she's not going to use it?
She'll use it to take out,
Goons.
fodder.
Like, come on, you gotta give Nami a fight.
Okay.
Give her a power up, give her a fight.
Yep.
So Nami's eager to prove herself. Nami doesn't know how to use this weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy ensues.
Yes.
You
You think you'd figure it out before you get into combat?
Miss Doublefinger takes pity on her.
Yeah.
Poor little girl. Can't even work out how a weapon works. She's gonna die in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nami actually, I thought.
Is it more pity? Is it pity or power patronizing to Nami?
I think it's pity.
Okay.
Because she's like, you're clearly not a fighter. Let me just put you out of your misery.
Okay.
So, Nami puts up a good defensive effort here.
Okay.
Blocking desperately, but evading attacks.
Yep.
She gets hit. I only thought she got hit twice. She gets hit a lot in this fight.
Yep.
It is surprising how much she gets hit. With brutal attacks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Piercing attacks. This thing about Oda not wanting to show women getting hurt.
Not true.
Kind of not true, but also kind of true lately. Because there's been no
I think we need a female
fights.
villain to have a female fight.
We had Smoothie in this arc, nothing.
Yeah.
Had heaps of female characters, no female fight. So Oda not willing to put females in dangerous situations. I don't think that's true
Yeah.
based on this fight alone.
Okay.
Because Nami takes some serious brutal damage. She gets pierced through the foot by like 3 spikes.
Indeed.
She gets punched with like a greater attack. And her arms all bloody and
Robin
stuffed
kind of
up.
gets damage against Diamante.
Come on.
She does.
Yeah, I know she does, but like that's besides the point. Because there's no fight.
Yep.
So Nami's putting in a really good effort here. Using her, weather knowledge and her agility to dodge and block and to get out of the situations that she's in. Alright, Nami manages to pull out a thunderclap tempo.
Yep.
Zaps Miss Doublefinger. Using her strategy as a navigator, she's able to do this.
Yep.
Makes sense. It's all... Nami's got a very interesting fighting style that I want to see develop more. Because it can be very interesting. With all the strategy,
Okay.
what you can do.
Yep.
Her intelligence is her strongest asset. So having weapons that can generate things she's good at is perfect for her. And she could be a real threat.
Yep.
If she gets the screen time to prove herself.
Well, she has the firepower now to be a real threat.
She has the firepower, she has the intelligence, and she has the knowledge
Yes.
to be a threat. She could be a credible threat.
It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not just about strength.
Strategy.
Yes.
I want to see more strategy.
Indeed.
We saw it in Cracker
Yep.
a little bit, but things got skipped and things like that.
Okay.
Alright, so, Nami takes some more punishment. She
Yep.
gets stabbed a couple more times.
Sure does.
And then she wins the fight with a tornado tempo. Ends
Also,
the fight.
Mirage Tempo comes out.
Also,
as well.
yeah, also she has Mirage tempo. She dodges attacks and stuff.
And she's reading the
Weather.
how to use it during the thing.
Yeah. So overall, pretty good fight.
Yeah.
Strategy, comedy. You actually really feel for Nami here.
Comment on how Miss Doublefinger walks. Gag, obviously.
Obviously a gag,
Silly.
but it kind of reminds me of like a weird 70s
Yeah.
exploitation film kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like a little bit
Just weird.
just weird, yeah. So I actually really enjoy this fight because
Okay.
you actually really feel the tension for Nami.
Yeah. Because she's very desperately struggling
She's very
for her life.
desperately struggling to keep alive and to win this fight.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very good fight in this arc. Alright. I just want to see Nami fight again, please. Please?
Christian.
Please. I've been saying this for weeks. Will we get it?
You're never going to get it. Stop dreaming.
Alright, back to Crocodile. Crocodile's monologuing about Pluton.
Yes.
And we get some feats from this weapon.
Okay.
One shot of it can vaporize an entire island. Legend says.
Crazy.
Cobra agrees to take Robin to see the glyph. Alright. And Croc's plan is good and actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Clear indication of a good villain.
Mm-hmm.
When their plan and their motivations make sense.
Okay.
That's what you want to see with a villain. And that's why Oda's a good writer. Because it's clear, it's crisp, you know Crocodile's plan, his game plan makes sense, it works.
His plan makes sense. Motivations are interesting. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah. Alright.
Yep.
Now, for one of the main events of this arc. Zoro versus Mr. One. Classic One Piece fight.
Everyone remembers this
Everyone remembers this fight. What a fight it is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Zoro declares he can't win at the start of the fight, and then he needs to surpass his limits during the fight.
Yes.
Zoro is a better fighter than Mr. One.
Okay.
He breaks Mr. One's guard. He stabs him in the neck, but it doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
He catches him off balance and does multiple attacks to his body.
Yep.
So if Mr. One didn't have this fruit, Zoro would win pretty easily.
Okay.
But he does. So there's that. So Zoro is a superior fighter in the skill category.
Yes.
But Mr. One has the devil fruit.
And he has pretty substantial power.
He does. He's very strong as well. But Zoro has a skill advantage.
Combat technique might be Logia syndrome.
I can't say that because his whole thing is that
he's an assassin. He's not a combat fighter.
He's still extremely strong.
Yes. He's very strong.
He gives Zoro a good fight, but Zoro has more skill.
He's slicing buildings.
Yeah, I'm getting to
down.
A building. We get to see Mr. One do a building level attack with like a palm strike.
Yeah.
And like cuts the entire apartment complex.
Yeah. Impressive.
Alright, and Zoro gets flown into that apartment complex. We then get a flashback to the training. Zoro remembering his master.
Yeah.
The words of the famed swordsman that can cut nothing. And the man who can cut steel.
Yes.
Is it Mihawk? Probably Mihawk.
Probably Mihawk.
The famed legend? Probably Mihawk. Alright. Now for a shocking event, Zoro picks up a section of the apartment building.
What's going on?
Lifts it, throws it. By my calculations, that's 72 metric tons of lifting strength.
Crazy.
He can lift and throw 72 tons.
With his similar strength to when in Water 7, Luffy splits two apartment buildings apart. What is going on with the physical strength of this crew?
It's what's going on with the physical strength in One Piece.
Yes.
Because it's not superhero nonsense. People just really strong.
Yeah.
It's,
okay. We know Zoro lifts weights.
He does. There's like endless potential to a certain degree, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can train yourself to a ridiculous level in the One Piece universe.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to say, why is Zoro throwing 72 metric tons of concrete?
Because he's hype.
Yes.
Indeed.
It's made even more clear, right, that Zoro is a better swordsman because he hits him multiple times again, but he can't cut him.
Yeah.
Right? Alright. So then Mr. One pulls out the buzzsaws and knocks Zoro's swords away.
Indeed.
Zoro takes massive damage with like that drill attack.
Yeah. Gets
sent flying into a column.
Mr. One follows up.
Mr. One follows up with a slash. The bridge falls on Zoro. Zoro unlocks the breath of all things.
Yes.
Zoro blooms in a life or death situation.
Indeed.
Blooms in the heat of battle, as you will. Kind of unlocking the beginnings of observation haki.
Sorta.
Sort of. Kind of, maybe.
Yes.
But Zoro does bloom in the heat of combat.
Indeed.
Questions? Comments?
This is a hype piece, Christian, that everyone loves. No one has qualms.
But people have qualms about haki blooming in the heat of battle.
Yes, interesting.
When we have precedents of people getting stronger in the middle of battle.
Specifically Zoro,
with the voice of
double
all
standard,
things,
perhaps.
with the rhythm of all things,
Yes.
the breath of all things.
Yes.
Very closely connected with observation haki.
Indeed.
So you could say this has already been in the story, and I don't see the issue.
Okay.
It's a classic shonen trope.
Yep.
Guy goes into a fight. He needs to get stronger.
He gets stronger.
He gets stronger.
But
Classic.
at a believable level, of course. We don't want that nonsense coming into the series where, you know, Luffy one-shots everything.
No, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
And he doesn't do that.
Yes.
To be fair, he doesn't do that. During the Katakuri fight, takes him 11 hours to unlock it.
And it's completely fucked up.
Yeah, well, we've talked about the Katakuri fight now.
Yes.
So, the bridge falls, he dodges all the rocks.
Yep.
Come on, it's gotta be observation haki.
It had probably.
He dodges all the rocks. He knows
He
where
doesn't
his sword
dodge
is.
the rocks, Christian. He knows where they won't fall. They don't fall on him because he hears the breath of them.
He hears the intent of the rocks.
Yes.
And he's able to dodge them.
Okay.
This has to be observation haki. Has to be.
Mm-hmm.
The breath of all things is observation haki before it was introduced.
Yes.
Zoro unlocks it. And he proceeds to one-shot Mr. One, because now he can cut steel.
Yes. In the very nice line song.
Uses his strong attack. One-shots Mr. One. Questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
How would the fandom react to this fight nowadays?
Very favorably.
Very favorably.
Because it's Zoro.
Because it's Zoro.
Yes.
And only because it's Zoro?
Yes.
What about the Sanji fans? What would they be saying?
Interesting. The Sanji fans would be quelled because they just got a fight.
But what I'm trying to get at is...
I get it.
People would be calling ass pull.
Mm-hmm.
People would be saying, Zoro got an ass pull power up
Mm-hmm.
and one-shots Mr. One.
I don't think people would be... People would not be as attached to Mr. One as Katakuri.
That's true. That's definitely true.
So perhaps the favoritism towards Katakuri would not be there for Mr. One.
What I'm saying is...
The less you're attached to a character,
I know. Yeah.
you know, the less upset you'll be when they lose.
Yep.
So there you go.
Zoro wins, one-shots,
Yep.
you know.
And then what? Diamonds?
Mr. One says, what's next? You gonna cut diamonds?
Yes.
Maybe. Foreshadowing for the Shiryu Diamond Fruit moment. I know you hate the theory.
Do you want Shiryu to be a swordsman, or do you want Shiryu to be Mr. One?
I want it to be Mr. One because Zoro is clearly the better swordsman.
Okay.
And Shiryu is a gimp. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So it's okay that he has an advantage
Okay.
because he wants, you know, Zoro wants to surpass.
For me, I'd rather see
his
Zoro
actions.
in a legitimate sword fight.
Sword fights are always finished by one-shots.
Well, obviously, because it's a sword.
So I think Zoro being the better swordsman, but the diamond thing being an issue.
Mm-hmm. But we know
I
how
think
that
that-
fight's gonna end.
But it's still hype.
Yes.
It's still hype.
Is he gonna remember a flashback of Mihawk saying the breath of all things?
Exactly. It's always hype. All right. I think that
But
theory is on the
Zoro
money.
does say it is a waste.
I just think he's being polite, being quippy.
So if you're gonna say foreshadowing,
Maybe a little bit of foreshadowing
okay.
for Zoro cutting diamond.
Yep.
The Shiryu eats the diamond fruit theory continues.
Okay.
Now, the fight is over. Now we move on to Koza. Koza makes it to the palace, finds out that Croc stole the rain,
Yep.
and he needs to tell this to the people.
Yes.
He realizes his mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
No, classic example of a good character.
Yep.
He's a good-hearted guy. He gets the new facts, he reassesses, he knows he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's a good guy.
Okay.
He's not denying the facts. He's not saying it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Classic Koza's a good character. I like Koza.
Alright.
Forgettable, but just because
He's
he's
there.
a side character.
Yes.
Alright. I remember, so Koza goes out to stop the war. And he's successful for a little bit.
Yeah.
But, guess what?
The billions.
A member of Baroque Works shoots
you.
Koza and then a member of the rebels shoots at the army, starting the battle.
Yeah.
This goes back to what Luffy and Zoro said. Do you think you can stop bloodshed with words? No, you can't. That's what I was saying with this arc. You need
Action.
Yes. You can't just win with words.
Okay.
Because there are people behind the scenes that are causing this. You need a physical presence to defeat the enemy.
Yeah.
Alright. So, time to discuss a little bit of the themes here.
Okay.
Crocodile's always like the weak don't get to make decisions.
Yes.
The strong get to make decisions. It takes it takes a physical force like Luffy to defeat Crocodile and save the island.
Yes.
What is Oda trying to say with this?
Interesting.
That you need a physical force. You need physical force to defeat physical force.
Perhaps.
I think that is what he's trying to say with that. And that might be controversial. That might be a controversial statement. That you need a physical force to defeat an evil physical force.
You need a hero to defeat a villain.
You need a hero to defeat a villain. So Luffy and Crocodile are two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Luffy is the good version, Crocodile is the evil version.
Yes.
Luffy has complete trust in his crew, Crocodile has complete distrust in his crew. Luffy has good intentions, Crocodile has bad intentions.
Alright.
But they're both strong and they both know that physical force is what it takes to win.
Okay.
So, a little bit of a interesting kind of message with this arc. Exploring the themes of war.
Yeah.
And that you can't stop war with words alone. Diplomacy is not enough.
Okay.
See, Vivi is the diplomacy, Luffy is the might.
Yeah.
You need both
Okay.
to win the war.
Interesting.
You need a good guy to beat a bad guy.
Yeah.
I think that's what Oda's trying to say with this arc. You can't win with diplomacy alone.
Okay. Interesting take.
Interesting take from Oda. I don't see what else this arc is about.
Okay.
Do you agree?
It seems like as such. Do I think Oda would tackle such an issue in a children's book? Maybe. Interesting.
If you think about it, right, you've got classic stories like King Arthur, right?
Yeah.
You've got the good guy who's strong, and you've got the bad guy who's strong. You got the good, you got the evil. They have to do battle.
Indeed.
There comes to a point where words alone are not enough.
Well, it's also a classic hero's journey in this arc as well. So there's that as well.
Yep. So Luffy comes on the back of Pell.
Yes.
And Crocodile versus Luffy round 2.
With the water.
Another art comment that I love in this arc.
Okay.
Has Oda ever drawn Luffy's arms with that much detail on them? You can see biceps, you can see shoulder muscles, you can see veins.
He's specifically showing Luffy's physicality in this fight.
I love it, and it makes Luffy look powerful.
Yes.
I want this to return. But it can only return when he, is not wearing his time skip outfit.
Yeah.
You can't see his arms.
Yeah.
So I want this kind of...
We have Gear 4 now, and...
Yeah, I want to see...
Snake Man and stuff.
I want to see it in base, though.
And we have Haki.
I know, but I still want to see Luffy's physicality in base.
Yeah.
Because it makes him look strong and powerful.
Yes.
I don't think he ever does this again. Do you ever see the muscle definition in Luffy's arms outside of this fight?
There's probably
panels outside of this arc.
There's probably panels out there, Christian. I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'm just saying I love that aspect.
Yeah.
Of this fight, you really get to see how Luffy's physicality.
Yeah.
And how it works. So, as we were saying before, Luffy worked out the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
It's water, so he starts to dominate Crocodile.
Yes.
Gets like 4 hits in. Crocodile is like, shit, he's worked it out. Luffy's able to dodge almost every one of Crocodile's attacks.
First time Cobra seeing Luffy as well with the rooftop.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like
So-
who's this kid?
Is Luffy a physically better fighter than Crocodile?
Yes.
I think Oda makes that clear with round 2.
I think if people forget how physically strong Luffy is.
Luffy is a better fighter than Crocodile. It's only that Crocodile has the sand fruit
Also, ladies and gentlemen,
and additional abilities.
remember, Luffy is a powerhouse
He is strong.
in terms of physical strength.
He's stronger than Zoro in physical strength.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And Zoro's picked up 72 tons in this arc.
Yeah.
And Luffy punches through bedrock at the end of this arc.
Yes.
But we'll get to that. So he's worked at the weakness. He's doing damage to Crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
And Crocodile manages to get him while he's confused in the sandstorm.
Yep.
Drain all of his moisture out of him.
Yep.
But Luffy spits out water into the air.
Yes.
Crocodile leaves, thinking he's won again.
But the water lands on Luffy.
But the water lands on Luffy. Luffy's rehydrated. Luffy's not dead.
Yep.
Crocodile, all you have to do
is cut the throat.
is cut the throat,
Stab
the heart.
Yeah.
Just make sure he's dead. Classic villain 101. Classic villain 101. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Classic villainy. Meanwhile, while all this shit is happening, right? Cobra is taking Robin. Cobra's taking Robin to see the poneglyph.
Mm-hmm.
The Navy tries to stop them. Tashigi gets absolutely fucking dominated by Robin. What is the... I'll get to it after this... at the end of this arc. But what is Oda doing with Tashigi? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Alright. Luffy gives chase, but he passes out before he can get there.
Weird.
Takes a little bit of a nap.
Yeah.
He needs it. He needs a little bit of power nap.
Okay.
Alright. Poneglyph time. Robin lies that it's the history of Alabasta on it.
Yeah.
Crocodile is triggered real hard.
Yeah.
That he doesn't get to figure out what's on the Poneglyph. He doesn't know where Pluton is. So, he never trusted Robin from the start, and then he starts to fight Robin. We get a little bit of a little bit more characterization of Crocodile here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be disappointed if you never trusted anyone from the start.
Flashback with Crocodile coming soon.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened to Crocodile.
It's got to be involved with Ivankov's secret, etc.
I want to know. Will we find out in Reverie? Is Crocodile involved in Reverie? These questions will be answered soon.
In the next segment.
In the last segment.
Yes.
Or
In a segment.
in a segment.
Not
I
the
know.
last.
Alright. So, blah, blah, blah. You can't be disappointed
Yes.
if you didn't trust anyone from the start.
Interesting.
Very
character.
interesting line. Helps to characterize Crocodile.
Yeah.
Somehow, Cobra removes a column in the underground, triggering it collapsing.
He's
How
strong.
does he do this?
One Piece world, the kings are strong.
I'm just going to chuck it down to it had to happen and no one was there.
Yeah.
So the tomb starts to collapse. Yes, the tomb starts to collapse and Luffy appears. Crocodile, very upset.
Yeah.
I've killed you.
How many times
twice.
do I have to kill you?
And, Crocodile admits Luffy is a worthy opponent.
Yes.
But in a duel between pirates, there are no rules.
Indeed.
The fans are okay with this when it applies to villains.
Yeah.
Not okay with this when it applies to our heroes.
Yes.
In a duel between pirates, there are no rules. Remember that. It comes into play in many arcs to come.
Yes.
After Alabasta, there's always things that people use weaknesses to beat villains. Villains use weaknesses. Oda, I think... What is Oda trying to say? Is honor overrated?
Perhaps.
Is that what he's trying to say? Maybe.
No.
But our main character, Luffy,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't give a flying fuck about honor.
Indeed.
So,
He's only beating the shit out of the bad guys, though. So we still like him.
we like him because he
And he never really does any dirty tricks.
His fighting style is very underhanded.
Yeah.
He uses a lot of weird attacks.
Yeah. But he's never doing dirty things. He's never using poison, etc., etc. His fighting style's always straightforward enough. It's not dirty. You can't say Luffy's fighting style's dirty.
Snake Man's pretty dirty.
I wouldn't say dirty. It's not. He's not trying to gouge people's eyes out or kick him in the dick.
Okay, fine. He doesn't do that, but
that's what I'm talking about. Dirty.
But he says to Katakuri in a fight between pirates.
Yeah.
Shanks himself.
Christian, I was about to say the echoes of Shanks covers the entire story.
The Shanks himself says in a duel between pirates, there is no honor.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was trying to say with that. Luffy clearly doesn't really fight dirty, but you could say that his fighting is very scrappy and not very formal.
Okay.
So
definitely not formal.
They're definitely not formal.
Yes.
So round 3 starts.
Okay.
At first, it's kind of an even fight.
Yes.
Dodges, blocks, couple of training blows. Luffy trades a blow with Crocodile. Luffy gets poisoned.
Yes.
Crocodile, extremely confident in this poison.
Yeah.
When is this poison going to take effect? I'm going to win this fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. This kid's going to die. Luffy is fighting on behalf of Vivi.
Mm-hmm.
He is the physical part to Vivi's political.
Yeah.
He is the brawn. She is the brain.
Yes.
As it were. To this operation.
Mm-hmm.
Crocodile monologues again.
Yeah.
Insisting. Crocodile wins, kind of, again. He knocks Luffy down.
Yeah.
He starts monologuing to Cobra. I've won. You're useless. You're weak.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this country over. You're both going to die in here. Starts to monologue when he should be killing Luffy. You give Luffy 1 minute, he's getting back up.
Yeah.
Big mistake from Crocodile. Been a classic villain.
Huge mistake, some would say.
Luffy gets up after this roasting of
Yep.
Crocodile being like, you're just a little pirate.
Yeah.
You'll never win. You gotta learn the truths about the Grey Line. Luffy gets up. The classic line, I will be the man to become the Pirate King. This fight is also about Luffy proving himself on the Grand Line.
Yes.
Proving that he can beat a wall of the sea. Proving that he has the strength to be Pirate King.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've said on this podcast before that the Pirate King is not necessarily about strength, but it's about freedom. The freest man on the seas is the Pirate King.
It is, but it isn't, but it is.
But you also need the strength to
Yes.
get there.
You can't be buggy and be a Pirate King.
Exactly. You need strength, you need the mentality.
Yep.
Luffy has the right mentality. Alright. Luffy gets up.
Yes.
Crocodile's like, haha, you'll never be Pirate King. Foolish men talk about being Pirate King. You have no idea what's out there. You're just a kid.
Yep.
Luffy's like, shut the fuck up. Luffy does the Gum Gum Storm.
Yes.
He wins the fight.
Indeed.
Cue the music. The Dvorak's New World Symphony.
Yes.
Last act. Luffy pounds
Crocodile's face.
Crocodile through bedrock, erupting a city square.
Now, it's a little bit over-exaggerated in the anime.
It still creates an earthquake.
Yes.
Like, buildings are falling apart. So, Luffy wins the fight. Alright, and then it starts to rain.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we have the crew stuffing around,
Trying to figure out
where this bomb is.
Yes.
Now, this is clearly just a side plot.
Yep.
To make the crew do something while Luffy's fighting.
Yep.
It's clear as crystal. Did this have to be in here?
Not really.
Not necessarily.
But it is a part of Crocodile's overall scheme.
But the army and the revolutionaries could have taken themselves out with the battle, weakened themselves. You didn't have to have this part.
Yeah.
But it's there so the crew can do something.
Okay.
So they managed to get up there with a series of stupid events.
Yes.
Just take the stairs.
Sanji could run up the stairs quicker than what they did.
They're throwing people up.
Yeah.
They fuck it up a few times.
Yeah.
They get up there. They stop Mr. Seven.
Yeah, Mr.
And
Seven,
Father's Day.
Mr. Seven defeated by Zoro before Zoro met Luffy.
Yes. When the Baroque works, tried to recruit him.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Seven seems like a straight goon.
Oh, 100% straight goon
Yes.
status. So, after that, after they get the bomb, we get the Pal moment. We all know what happened. Let's not talk about it. Alright, Pal's alive. Pal survives the explosion.
Yes.
Did we really care that Pal died? No. Is it emotionally impactful that Pal dies?
Pal is one of those characters that doesn't have enough development for me to care about.
That's true. So, him not really dying doesn't really
I guess the
affect
flashback with Vivi was like the last attempt to make us connect with the character.
That's true. But, did it really work? Do you really care about Pal? No, you don't.
Yeah.
So, Pal coming back to life kind of really doesn't matter because you never cared about him to begin with. So, we get that. If the war's over, it starts to rain.
Indeed.
Symbolic, I would say.
Yes.
More
definitely.
than Devil Fruit power. I would say it's about symbolism.
Yes.
So, that debate can rage on in the comments. The war was over and it's time to wrap things up.
Indeed.
Now, this is a really long fucking wrap up.
Yes.
Does it need to be this long?
It's almost an arc. I mean, it's almost a volume long.
It's almost a volume long, this wrap up.
Yeah.
But it's long. So, Tashigi allows the Straw Hats to get away.
Tashigi.
Smoker takes Crocodile in.
Yeah.
Toto gets his reign. Now, let's talk about this. Smoker tells Tashigi to get stronger.
Yeah.
But she really doesn't.
She still needs to learn that lesson.
What is Oda doing with this character? What is the purpose of Tashigi?
I don't know what the
I don't
purpose
get it.
of Tashigi is.
Because in Alabasta, we learn Smoker tells her to get stronger and to train.
Yes.
And she barely gets stronger by the time we get to Punk Hazard.
Indeed.
What is going on? What is the point of this character?
I think Oda just wants to keep the dynamic between Smoker and Tashigi the same.
But I'm gonna link this back to Zoro's flashback.
Yes.
Because Zoro and Tashigi have a connection.
Yeah.
Because she looks like Kuina.
Yeah.
Is Zoro saying that women are weak?
Zoro is...
I don't understand
But
what
Zoro's
he's doing.
not saying that she's weak because she's a woman. He's saying you're weak because you don't train hard enough.
But
Yes.
we have the connection. Zoro's flashback. It starts off with like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be strong because I'm a woman,"
Yeah.
and then we get Tashigi, the surrogate character,
Yeah.
and Oda makes her weak, even after apparent training.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with Tashigi.
I don't know what is going on with Tashigi.
Yeah.
You would assume if Oda was going the way he was,
I
during
mean,
the Kuina
you would
flashback,
assume the Smoker's way stronger after the time skip as well.
you could say that he is.
Yeah.
But with Tashigi, right?
How is she even holding her own in the New World?
I don't know.
She kind of...
Following Zoro's flashback
Yeah.
and the path it takes,
Yeah.
the conclusion you would draw is, I need to make Tashigi at least credibly strong.
Yeah.
But Oda has not done that yet.
I don't...
What is going on? I don't know. Is Oda trying to say women are weak?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what he's doing with this character. It's really weird. Maybe we'll find something out.
Yeah.
Maybe she is strong. I don't think she is.
Yeah. It's strange. It's not even like she has, like, a particular ability that's, like...
She's just a bad
enhanced.
swordsman.
Similar how, like, Kobe has, like, advanced observation haki. She has, like, nothing going for her other than to, like...
She's definitely weaker than Kobe.
Yeah, other than saying, like... I know about these swords. That's pretty much her entire role in the story is to describe which swords are legendary.
I don't understand what he's doing.
It's strange.
I don't get it.
I'll give you that.
Alright, so we continue on. So, Smoker wants the Straw Hats to take the credit.
Yeah.
The government is not going to do it.
Covers them up.
Covers it up. Smoker not happy about this.
Hina's here.
Hina is here. We get introduced to Hina. We found her in the cover story before that.
Yeah. With Django and full body iron.
Full body, yeah.
Now, I will get to that in the next segment. Continue.
The feast happens, the classic feast.
Yeah.
And then we get the bathhouse chapter. Nami flashes her tits for cash.
Standard
Nami.
Yep.
What is this scene here to just like give a little bit of a hint that Vivi won't join the crew?
This scene is here for Cobra to give his thanks.
That's true, but he could do that anyway.
I guess so. Maybe I just wanted to have a hot spring scene.
Hot spring scenes, staple for anime.
Yeah.
Had to happen eventually. So, you know.
Gags
and stuff.
Zora's,
we get bounties.
Zora's watching Chopper. Interesting.
Luffy and Usopp refuse to wear a towel in the bath. You know, just running around naked.
Yeah.
Whatever. Childhood wonder. Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
Bounty for Luffy and Zoro are here. Luffy 100 million, Zoro 60 million.
Hype.
Just think about how far we've come.
Indeed.
Luffy's bill. Now Luffy's
1.5
billion.
Ridiculous.
Just think about that. Just take a moment to think about the journey.
Yes.
Alabasta 100 million. After Whole Cake Island, 1.5 billion. It's been a massive journey.
Yes.
Alright, so now we're escaping. Bon Clay comes back and helps him escape. The island helps him escape the island. They are friends, and a very, very good speech from Oda.
Yeah.
I'm nor man nor woman, but I'll never betray humanity.
Good.
Very good message from Oda. I like to see it. Bon Clay is just a good character all around.
Yeah.
I like the message of Bon Clay. Doesn't matter what you are, just don't betray humanity. I like it.
Did you forget about the speech that Smoker gives to Shiki about her own sense of justice?
Pretty sure that's in the speech of Smoker telling her to get strong.
Yeah, it is, but he's like, you followed your own justice, and she's like, no, I'm too weak, and he's like, get stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
But she's not. We already talked about that. Alright, Vivi's giving a speech.
But she's not there.
Igaram.
Everyone knows it's Igaram. Also, Igaram's here.
Vivi is grateful for the Straw Hats.
Yes.
She loves the Straw Hats, but she loves the country more.
Yeah.
So she can't go on the journey. Alright? The classic arm raising to the sky as the shipmates leave the island. It's over.
But will we sail again?
Maybe.
With Vivi. She asked a question. Will it happen? We'll get to that in the next segment.
She says, if we meet again on the seas, will you call me your friend?
Yeah.
And they say yes. With the arm raising.
Mm-hmm.
So, after that, Robin appears on the ship, and it appears that she was joined the crew.
Yes.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Luffy saved her.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Yes.
So, if you're reading this arc, you would maybe think Robin could join the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But you're probably leaning more towards Vivi at this point.
Christian, if someone called that Robin was joining the crew, huge call.
Huge call, massive call.
Yeah.
Out of fucking nowhere, Robin joins the crew.
Yeah.
I would not complain if Kara joins the crew at this point.
Why?
Because when Robin joins the crew, we know fuck all about her.
Yeah.
No dream.
We know a dream. That's not true.
Yeah, but we don't know what it means.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we don't know her dream because we haven't got that part yet. There's a flashback.
Right.
So she's on the ship. Everyone's shocked.
Yep.
Luffy's like, she's fine. She's a good person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, she saved Luffy. She has no dream. We spent no time with her. She saved Luffy once.
Mm-hmm.
Carrot would have more qualifications to join the crew than Robin at that point.
Okay.
So, Carrot joining the crew and having motivations later, I'm fine with it.
Yep.
Because Robin did the same thing.
Okay. Interesting.
So, Robin's here. No one trusts her, but she wins. She wins them over with her charm.
Yeah.
She eventually wins them all over, and then we get the flashback. Robin gave Luffy the antidote to the poison, Crocodile's poison.
Yeah.
And then she talks about the poneglyphs. She lied to Crocodile to keep the weapon out of his hands.
Yes.
Very important. Robin is searching for the true history. It's probably on Raftel, the true history. But a true history implies there is a fake history out there.
Yep.
So...
in a race history.
In a race history / fake history.
Yep.
Is there legends out there that aren't true? That kind of weird shit.
Okay.
And then Robin says there's one poneglyph that tells true history.
Yeah.
But then Cobra says, if you put them all together, it makes a true history.
Yes.
Which one is correct? Is this a mistranslation or is both true?
I think both is true, Christian. I think the one on Raftel will tell you the entire history, and every single piece that is out in the world will give you parts of that history.
Yeah.
Or more details of this said history on that specific island. That's what I'm pretty sure was going to happen.
And now the arc has ended.
Yes. What a journey we've been
What a journey
on.
this arc
Yes.
is. How long is this episode right now?
Too long. So 2 hours are about. Now, Christian, we have the rest of the show, but before we get into that, ratings.
And Reverie predictions.
Reverie predictions will be topic of the show after Shanks.
Topic of the show is the Vivi hypothesis.
Christian, that could be woven into that segment.
Okay. We'll give the people a break.
Yes.
Alright.
Christian, talk to me about what do you think this arc is worth in regards to the overall story, as in regards to standalone.
I think it's a top 5 arc of the series.
Very good.
It is the first epic adventure.
Yes.
The setting is great.
Yes.
The characters are very good.
Mm-hmm.
Crocodile, very compelling villain. The Baroque Works, a very compelling villain crew.
Organization.
Cobra, very good character.
Yeah.
Koza, interesting. Everyone has an interesting character. Vivi, the political intrigue is very entertaining and makes sense.
Okay.
It's not just words thrown at the screen
Yeah.
that it just makes no sense and you can't follow it. The political intrigue is very entertaining, very well done. The fights, classic.
Yep.
Instant classic fights here. Luffy versus Crocodile.
Smart fights. As
Intelligent
well.
fights.
Yes.
Good
Creative
comedy
fights.
/ strategic fights.
Yep.
You got Mr. 1 versus Zoro. You got Sanji versus Mr. 2.
Indeed.
Play. You got Crocodile versus Luffy. Classic fights are on display.
Yes.
You've got great art. I like the art style. It's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few little blemishes that I've said, but he makes up for it with some cool things for Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there some weak elements, like a little bit of padding with the bomb plot?
Yeah.
Sure.
Pacing issues with the flashbacks that you mentioned.
The weird back and forth flashback thing, a bit weird.
Yep.
I would say probably a 9 out of 10 arc.
I'd say 9 out of 10 as well. Very good arc.
Now, the themes of the arc are also very interesting as well.
Interesting to think about. I'm not sure
It's a mystery. It's
what Oda's trying to get at.
I think it's about war.
Yeah.
And that you can't win a war with words.
Okay.
I think that's what it's about.
Which is usually the opposite in fiction.
But Oda's taken a stance.
Yep.
Oda's taken a violent stance. Which
Okay.
he's saying, I don't know if it's necessarily wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, political beliefs aside,
Yeah.
you can't stop Nazi Germany with words.
Yeah.
So you have to have a war. I think that's what Oda's trying to say.
Okay.
That it comes to a point when words are not enough.
Now, Christian. Once again, Oda displays a masterclass in mechanics in regards to the fight scenes.
Fights are very well drawn.
Specifically, Luffy versus Crocodile the 3 times.
Yeah.
It's crisp, smooth,
Clear.
the direction of the impact.
Very well paced.
Probably the best impact. The best facial reactions from a villain
They're very
getting
good.
hit.
They're very good.
You can feel the force in those punches, Christian.
Interesting that that Oda's not afraid to show the villain in pain.
Yes.
Interesting. And you don't feel like Crocodile's weak because of it. Very interesting.
You feel Luffy's strength, you feel Crocodile's strength. The direction of the line work got flowing into the pages.
The art's very good.
Beautiful. And because he's a Logia, and his face is getting blown off, because he's sand, adds impact to the scene.
The sand effects are very well done.
Yep.
I think it's a classic arc.
It is. It's very good.
You ready?
This is the thing. We talked about Shabondi and
Water
7 and Skypiea.
Mm-hmm.
Classic arcs in their own right.
I think it's on Skypiea's level.
Yeah. Issues with Skypiea and Shabondi?
Yeah.
Wasted time on nonsense science. I don't want to know.
We still.
I don't want to know how the clouds work, and I don't want to know how the sap on the trees work.
We still get that with all the weather shit.
Yes, but not as dense.
Not as dense.
We start the arc with Ace.
We do. Started with hype.
Yes. We don't start the arc with nonsensical science.
But I think that science is important. I've explained my points on that and why that's important.
Yeah, it's this world building and such, but we don't need to start the arc with that. Sprinkle it throughout when we need it.
Okay.
Ace's fire effects get improved on later.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as they turn out to be later on.
Yep.
That being said, the pacing. Good pacing.
Good pacing. There are some moments, though.
The characters, very good characters. Memorable characters.
I am excited to see Cobra and Vivi in the Reverie now.
And we're excited to see Crocodile and Mr. One and Bon Clay.
They're very good characters. They're very memorable characters.
Now, obviously, the throwaway characters like Mr. Seven and Miss Father's Day, which just turn up to give the Straw Hats, the other Straw Hats, a villain.
Mr. Four and Miss Merry Christmas are also throwaway characters.
Good fight, though.
Good fight. People forget it, though.
Yeah.
It's a forgettable fight.
Yeah. Mr. One versus Zoro, classic. Luffy versus Crocodile, classic. World building, establishing the world government, the poneglyphs, the ancient history, and the ancient weapons. And
very good point. Very good point.
Integral to the story. We also explore a little bit of the Seven Warlords.
Yeah.
Which is good. Christian, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Only thing keeping it back is a little bit of bloat regarding plot elements. Koza, I'm not sold.
I'm definitely sold on Koza. I'm just not.
I like
sold.
Yaba and Tonton, or Tom, whatever his name is. I like his character.
Yeah.
Koza, to me, seems like he's a little bit too angry, a little bit too rash. Sometimes
it's a personal
the
taste.
people don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
That's the thing. Christian.
Yeah, okay.
9 out of 10. What would elevate these arcs that we keep on giving 9 out of 10, 8.5? What would give it? Is it the slight pacing issues and padding that prevents this from being 10?
It's the pacing issues and the clear padding.
Yeah.
That kind of has to happen, kind of doesn't have to happen.
Yeah.
When Luffy fights the main villain.
Such as Luffy taking a nap while the poneglyphs are explained.
Such as the crew doing a stupid bomb mission.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be there.
Also, Pal comes out of the hospital at the end of the arc. Very clearly.
Very clearly comes out. It's very clear.
So people shouldn't have been surprised that he was alive.
Alright.
That's it.
To elevate it, just get rid of the bloat.
Yeah.
And you get a 10 out of 10 arc.
Easy.
We gave Water 7 a 10 out of 10 arc because there's no bloat.
Did we? I don't remember what we gave to Water 7.
I gave Water 7 a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I fucking love that arc. It's so good.
Good arc. Very good arc.
Yeah.
That's it. Christian, what's next for the
How
people?
strong is Shanks?
Let's go. Shanks, Christian.
Every week.
Yes.
Every week. We come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks?
Mm-hmm.
And we answer that question. He is the strongest. He is the God King.
The God King, ladies and gentlemen.
But,
Yes.
there are people out there who don't think this.
Yep.
Who are strayed away from the path of Shanks.
Indeed.
They think that Drag is the strongest. They think that Carter is the
Christian,
strongest.
they need to find a way back to the light.
Alright? Some people even out there think Big Mom's the strongest.
Ridiculous.
Alright? So, every week, I bring evidence to the table.
Yes.
Irrefutable evidence.
Indeed.
100% factual evidence.
No debate.
There's no debating his evidence.
Yes.
If Shanks was at Alabasta, he would sense the will of the people.
Yes.
Instantly, and work out who was behind the events, what happened, how it happened. With his over 10,000 IQ intelligence.
Yes.
He would figure it out instantly from the will of the people using his Conqueror's Haki.
Indeed.
He would then use his Conqueror's Haki to make it rain.
Yes.
And leap from the docks to Rain Base and no diff Crocodile with his presence alone, ending Crocodile's 4-year plan in one foul swoop. Irrefutable evidence.
Shanks.
Shanks is the strongest.
Shanks is the God King.
Shanks is the God King.
Christian.
Yep.
Factual evidence as always.
Yep.
What is the next topic for the people?
Power scale.
Now, Christian, is it me first?
It is.
We're talking about Alabasta.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about our man that we come to love in Alabasta. Mr. 2.
Bon Sclae.
Yes. Does he increase in impel down? Or is he relatively the same?
I would say relatively the same.
Yes, I would say so too.
Is it fair to put him on a low tier instantly? I think it's fair.
Mr. 1's there. He has to be around Mr. 1.
Miss Doublefinger's there.
Yes.
I think Mr. 2, Bon Sclae, deserves the low tier.
He does.
I think it's fair. He beats Krog.
He beats Arlong.
He beats Arlong.
He beats Arlong.
He beats Arlong.
Beats Buggy.
Beats Buggy.
Beats Kuro and beats Wobble.
That's definitely true. There's no debate there.
Mr. 1. Mr. 2, rather.
Mr. 2. Bon Sclae.
Bon Sclae.
Low tier.
Christian, who you brought?
I have a very interesting character.
Give it to me.
Koza. Trash tier or low tier? Let's
Christian,
go.
what are you bringing to me? What stats do you have for me?
Koza?
He
Dominate.
has a sword, maybe?
He has a sword. He swings it around.
Yeah. He does swing a sword around. Does he have a gun?
He gets taken out by one bullet from a gun.
Yes.
He has no real combat skills that we've seen.
Yeah.
He does knock out a goon in the flashback
Okay.
with a tree branch.
Yep.
So,
How does he fare against Spandam and Fompe?
I think he's struggling against Pompeii. If a
Uh,
bullet can take him out,
Yeah.
I think Pompeii's got him covered.
Can Gaimon shoot the man and take him out?
No, Gaimon tier is sacred.
Yep.
Alright? No touching the Gaimon tier.
Okay.
Koza,
Trash.
trash tier. We have a new member.
In the trash
trash
tier. There we go. Absolutely.
Trash tier on the power
Absolute
scale.
shithouse.
On the power scale alone, he is a good character.
Yeah.
Not trash in that sense, trash in power scheme sense.
Okay.
He swings the sword around, maybe. He gets one shot by a bullet.
Yeah.
That's Koza.
There you go.
There you go.
Maybe instead of screaming about the will of the people, he should train.
That's true.
There we go. Christian, next.
Next is topic of the show.
Topic of the show. Christian, Reverie, Vivi. The people are waiting.
The Reverie predictions.
Yes.
I have spicy predictions for you.
Inspiration and
Inspired.
insight that
Yes.
has given us this arc.
Of Alabasta.
Yes.
Alright. These are the dot points of how I see the Reverie arc playing out.
Okay.
I think you're going to enjoy it.
Yep.
Alright. The reverie starts. There are whispers. People in the shadows whispering.
Yep.
Don't trust the world government. Don't trust the world government. They're up to something. Talking to the kings. Planting seeds of deceit.
Yes.
Don't trust them.
No.
It already starts with that tone. Don't trust the world government.
Yep.
Alright? At the same time, Luffy is going to be a massive point of discussion at the Reverie.
Yep.
People will be with him, people will be against him.
Yep.
Is he good or is he bad? Influence on the world. During these talks, at the end of the talks, Cobra is definitely going to ask about the poneglyphs.
Yes.
What are they? Why are they made? Why are you keeping this from the people?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? All the kings are going to be looking at him. And all the kings are going to be looking at the world government.
Mm-hmm.
The world government is going to feel pressured to answer some questions.
Yes.
Not all questions. They'll give him something just to keep him happy.
Okay.
After the talks, Cobra assassinated.
Yeah.
By CP0. He's asking too many questions. He's poking his nose around where it shouldn't belong.
Okay.
But guess who witnesses this event? Viola with her clairvoyance powers.
Yes.
She witnesses the assassination of Crocodile. This
Cobra.
starts... Cobra.
Yeah.
This starts the coup against the world government.
Alright.
There's already been deceit about the world government.
Yeah.
King Riku. World system. Cobra world system. They're already starting to think...
The Proton's Kingdom has seen the horrors of Doflamingo.
They're already upset about the world government.
Yeah.
Now that one of the kings has been assassinated, and that Luffy was a massive topic of discussion, they're going to leave the world government.
Yeah.
The kingdoms that side with Luffy, going to leave the world government, right?
Mm-hmm.
And side under Luffy's banner.
Yeah.
The Celestial Dragons are definitely not going to like this.
Yes.
You can't leave. So, as the ships are leaving the port, the Celestial Dragons order the Navy to blow these ships up.
Yep.
But guess what? A mystical storm rolls in.
Oh.
And who is it but Dragon?
Oh.
We get to see nothing.
Yep.
We get to see no one fight anyone.
Yep.
Just a storm rolls in. A silhouette shadowed face of Dragon. Cut to the Straw Hat Alliance ships escaping. End of arc. You get to see no fights. Dragon doesn't do anything. All he does is call a storm in.
Yep.
He says something about good that you've left the government.
Yep.
Let the truth be known. Let the freedom be had.
Okay.
That's how the Reverie I see going down. Questions, comments, debate.
Interesting. Christian, the Reverie is a topic of debate. We know. We've seen Reverie before. It was two pages.
Yes, we did.
Wapple talking shit to the world government. Being like, this dragon guy's not our concern.
Mm-hmm.
Cobra's like, Wapple, shut the fuck up. You're part of the world government and a part of the kingdoms.
Yeah.
It is your problem. It's also setting up the fact that Dragon, 5 or 6 years from now, will be a threat.
Exactly.
It is 8 years after.
Mm-hmm.
He is due to be a threat. Dragon, roll in Reverie, probably. High chance.
Mm-hmm.
Him doing anything meaningful, not very high at all.
What do you think about my theory? Is it enough?
I'd like to see more of a dynamic between Wapple and Cobra again, talking about Luffy.
That is included.
I also want to see Garp, I also want to see Green Bull.
You'll see all these characters. I'm just giving you the general points.
I think what you've said sounds right. I'm not sold on how leaving the world government works and how...
That's the thing. Yeah. No one really knows how this shit
I don't know
works.
the mechanical government systems of the One Piece world, because, like, Fishman Island declares Luffy as its territory,
they have been invited to Reverie to discuss
Fishman Island.
Fishman Island and then go.
Do you think that'll also be a big talking point if they officially join the world government or not?
I think that will be a talking point, but they won't join because of the events.
interesting to think about. I don't know how the systems work. I like the theory. If the systems of the One Piece world dictate that this is possible, then sure.
Yeah.
Not quite sold on Dragon turning up, like I said before, with the storm.
But it's a little bit. It's not Dragon turning up and destroying Marijella.
Yes.
It's a little bit of a taste. We know he's making moves.
I think it sounds right, but I think Oda's going to throw in another spicy detail.
Another curveball in there.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't predict curveballs.
Yeah.
So, those are my thoughts on Reverie. Comment down below what your thoughts on Reverie are, and if you think that these are good.
Cobra and Vivi will be the main characters of this arc.
Yeah, 100%. With
Cobra will be talking about his people.
With sprinklings of Rebecca and Shiroshi.
Yeah. They'll all band together and talk about Luffy. They'll also be questioning the Shibuya system, the Warlord system.
Definitely.
I don't know who of the government will be there, specifically.
There's got to be some sort of Celestial Dragon representation, because we saw it last time.
Yeah.
So, who is it? No idea.
Some dude.
Yeah. Maybe the Gorosei are there.
Okay.
Maybe. They're the 5 Alabastas.
Will they, similar to what they said about Dragon, say the same thing about Luffy?
But he's being declared an emperor.
Yeah.
So he is a threat.
Okay. This Reverie arc is difficult because everyone wants the hype, everyone wants the answers, but you're not going to get those, ladies and gentlemen, too soon.
I think I've given you enough.
Yeah.
You get some information, you get to see some Hyper Dragon, but not all of it.
Mm. Crocodile?
Is Crocodile a Reverie to get his revenge?
Mm.
Maybe. Does he mount an assault?
Does he have a kingdom under his grasp? Is he a king? We saw him in a nice palace in the last chapter.
Surely that would be news.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, time skip, all that. Would the government allow that?
The government allow a lot of things.
The world government has got too much shit on their plate.
Yeah.
Right? They need more people. They need
Okay.
more. They need more leadership.
We still keen on 10 chapters with that theory?
Yeah, I think they could all happen in 10 chapters.
Okay.
It'll be fast paced. You get hype every chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's possible.
Now, specific information about the poneglyphs themselves or information on the poneglyphs? Meaning the history. Are we going to gain knowledge of the history or are we going to gain knowledge of the poneglyphs themselves?
I think the government's going to be like, we can't tell you that because it's a secret and the information will destroy the world.
Yeah.
And that kind of shit. So we're not going to get fuck all.
Right.
We're going to get maybe information we already know, like they were made by the Kazuki clan. They're made out of this material.
Will we get...
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Will we get...
Family of D stuff, maybe.
Will of D. Maybe Sengoku tells us.
There was a great evil family of D that threatened the world.
Well, wasn't that foreshadowed with the Dressrosa flashback?
Yeah.
With the Don Quixotes?
Mm.
Not the Don... No. I can't remember. Don't worry about that.
We might get something. We'll get something, not much.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. We'll get something.
Okay.
Get a little bit of drag?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair arc. I think that's a moderate prediction.
Yeah. Okay, Christian, anything else on the Reverie before we move on?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Not a heap of insight, really, but more on why we
We got
Cobra.
more of a clear details on Cobra's character and on Vivi's character.
Yeah.
They're all about the people. They're going to ask questions and they want the answers and they're going to push.
And Alabasta is proof Oda can do political intrigue well.
Yes.
He does it. He knows how to do it.
Okay.
Alright. Moving on to the Vivi hypothesis.
Yes.
Now this hypothesis is, what if Vivi actually joined the crew?
Interesting.
I want to know. Powers, post-time skip training, role on the crew,
Jesus.
her dynamic. Surely Karoo is also there.
Okay.
So she's a mounted... She rides a mount into battle.
Yep.
Surely a speed-based fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Would she still have her weird
Yes, she'd still have her
peacock
weapons.
things, or would she trade that in for boomerangs?
Why are you talking about boomerangs?
Because they kinda weirdly like boomerangs.
They're not though.
She arcs them and she uses
She'll
them.
should keep her weapons.
Keep her weird weapons.
Yes.
Okay.
I imagine her post-time skip training,
Who would she be trained by?
probably the revolutionaries.
She would go with Robin. Robin joins as well.
So you're telling me Robin joins as well as Reverie?
Well, you can't.
That's conflict in that crew.
Exactly, that's why it's interesting.
Where did she go? I don't know. She could go anywhere. What kind of question is that?
Think about it, right?
Yeah.
She trains with animals.
Yeah.
So maybe she might go to some sort of kingdom where there's a lot of beast tamers, a lot of
Alright.
things like that. Maybe she learns how to...
She could go to Kano Kingdom. But
Yeah.
Brooke was there.
Who knows? Pick an island and an island.
Yeah.
Because the islands kind of relate to their skills, right?
This is the problem with Vivi. She's not... Is she interesting enough combat-wise to be on the crew?
I mean, she's got a mount. You know, she's got Karoo. She's got that weird weapon.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
Alright, moving on. Role in the crew. Advisor.
Advisor. What? Political advisor? What?
Strategy.
Okay.
How to deal with enemies. Plans of attack. All that kind of stuff. I could see that being her role if she joined the crew.
Is she good at that though?
What do you mean? Yeah. After Alabasta, she learned a lesson
Okay.
about what she needs to do. Her whole life has been trained to rule the kingdom.
Yeah.
So she knows how to negotiate. She knows how to plan of attack.
Alright.
She knows how to, maneuver in the world. So that's what I think her role is
Yeah.
on the crew. Her dynamic on the crew.
Yeah.
What's her dynamic?
She's...
Is she Carrot? Wide-eyed, adventurous?
No. She's like Nami, but without like the exploitation of Berry.
But what's her gag?
Her gag is like... I don't know what... She's like... Sanji's advances are not met with a punch.
They're met with confusion.
They're met with like bashful, awkward smiles.
Or like confusion, and she doesn't know
What's
he's talking about.
yeah, something like that.
She always like mistakes it for something else.
This is the problem, Christian.
This is why Vivi did not join the crew.
Yes.
Alright, I guess we'll move on to our favourite segment.
Yeah.
The question corner.
Christian, the favourite section, the word of the people.
The question corner.
More
Where we
people
talk.
than ever.
New people, old people. We all take their questions. And we
Yes.
answer them. So comment down below with your questions.
Indeed.
From the Mish.
Yes.
Do you guys think Carrot will join the Straw Hats? I love her. She is so adorable. She is Straw Hat material. First question.
Christian, my
Egg
thing...
hates...
I don't hate Carrot. Carrot's a fine character. My problem is...
What?
Character not strong enough.
But...
No, I'm not talking about strength.
I know you're not...
Character not strong enough to be distinct enough to join the crew.
May I remind you that Robin joined out of nowhere.
Sure,
Another
but...
character later.
When later? In the middle of Wano?
Character development in Wano. She learns what it means to be strong. Comments. She has more going for her than Robin did in Alabasta.
Okay, but I'd say that she needs to get development or at least say anything real quick.
Carrot?
Yeah.
Carrot talks all the time.
No.
You're the one with Sanji.
Yeah, with this chapter. Christian, she's starting to build her case, alright? She's starting to build her case
The Will
now.
of Pedro. The Will of Pedro.
The Will of Pedro, I need more.
Okay, you need more.
She'll be in the story a long time. Don't worry about that. But will she join the crew officially? We'll have to see.
And now, for Mish's second question.
just quickly on Cap. Power wise, decent.
Decent enough.
Sulong will be an issue. Do we need another young fighter that needs to develop her skills this late in the game?
I would say no, but who knows?
Next question.
Next question. Vimish's second question. Is Kid stronger than Luffy?
Do you want to talk about
If
Kid?
he is,
Yes.
then that makes the time skip training with Rayleigh pointless. I like that.
Correct.
I like a little bit of evidence. No, Kid is not stronger than Luffy. I'm sick of this rivalry. It doesn't exist. Kid,
I'm not sure why the rivalry exists.
where did this manufacture from?
Yeah.
This is a manufactured rivalry.
Yeah.
Alright? We've had one interaction with Kid
Yes.
at Shibondi. If anything, Blackbeard is the clear rival to Luffy.
Indeed.
He's fucked Luffy over. He killed his brother.
Yeah. Kid and Luffy have no real reason to.
They've had more than
fight.
they've had more than one interaction.
Yeah, and the argument was that Kid's bounty was higher,
Because he kills civilians.
and now apparently bounty doesn't matter. Even though Luffy's got a 1.5.
I love that argument.
Yeah.
I love that argument. Kid had a high bounty in Shibondi, therefore he's stronger.
Yeah.
But Luffy's tripled his bounty.
Mm.
Luffy is dominating Kid in the bounty spectrum, but now bounty doesn't matter in that debate.
I don't
So
understand.
Pick your evidence carefully when you're trying to argue this,
I've
because it can work against you.
tried to understand the Kid
Hype.
hype.
The Kid win.
Is it because he's edgy? Perhaps, but I'm not. His power isn't that cool.
That's true.
His design is okay.
Yeah.
He's in Shibondi.
Yeah. And he's in the new world.
And he's brutal and edgy.
He has nail polish on. That's how you know he's edgy.
Yeah.
So, Kid, a realistic point of how strong he is around law level,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But Luffy has to pass the supernova.
Yeah.
At this point. How is any of them competing with Gear 4? That's a legitimate question.
They're not. They're not competing with power.
No.
Maybe a Rouge because he's a power man.
They're not. No one's competing with Gear 4.
Yeah.
Alright? Luffy's past the supernova level. We're past it. Alright? Enough. Alright. From a man who's A.
Yes.
I have a question for you guys. What would you like to see more of in One Piece? I like to see more random pirates. For example, Marineford, Whitebeard had 16 commanders. But he also had 40 plus allied crews with him. I wish Oda would introduce more of these pirates from previous generations, prior Supernova, etc. And have them skirmish with the Straw Hats. Nothing too deep in terms of storytelling. 10 to 15 chapters. What are your thoughts on this suggestion?
What do I want to see from One Piece more of? Crew dynamics together. I want to see the crew hang out with each other.
We do get that.
I want to see it more often. Because it's been real lacking of late.
Well, we haven't had the crew together.
Yeah, for a long time. So hopefully we get that back in Wano.
I liked Jose's suggestion.
Yeah.
I kind of do want to see
The past supernovas.
The past supernova, build up the lore, build up the world building a bit more.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious. Maybe we just have an arc of, 10 to 15 chapters of new villains.
Yeah.
Maybe when Luffy's Pirate King. We just have a couple of small contained stories of Luffy being the Pirate King, running into these characters.
Yeah.
World building. Shows Luffy as the Pirate King what he does.
Okay.
I like that suggestion. Good question. From a man, Andre. After playing the new God of War, great game by the way. That's his words.
Okay.
I know, Eric.
What? What do you want to say?
I know you're on the breath of saying something about God of War.
What do you want me to say about God of War?
Well, let's get into it. I kept thinking how Oda will approach Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things that could be tackled, and it got me even more excited about Albath. Question: will Albath be the time for Usopp to have the biggest moment of his life and be remembered as a great warrior of the sea? Also, do you think the Straw Hats will face against the Giants or Big Mom Pirates? Do you think there will be a Katakuri rematch? A lot of questions there. Do I think Usopp will do something that proves himself as a great warrior of the sea? Yes.
Yes, this is Usopp's arc in Alabasta.
Alabasta is Usopp's arc.
Yes, promised arc.
Will Big Mom return in Alabasta? Now,
The age-old question, Christian.
I have been thinking about this, and I have new thoughts.
Yes.
What do we know about Alabasta?
Not much.
Not much, but we do know there's a King Loki.
Yes.
There is a Prince Loki.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are a civil war.
Yeah.
You've got Loki's side and you've got Odin's side.
Yeah.
I think Luffy sides with Odin. Big Mom sides with Loki.
Okay.
So you have a civil war at the same time as you have the Straw Hats and Big Mom clash.
Yep.
Big Mom goes there originally for diplomatic purposes.
Okay.
Tries to get the Giants back on her side after this defeat.
Yep.
You know, while she's there, she manages to convince Loki, but Odin knows that Big Mom's evil and doesn't want this alliance to happen, thus creating civil war.
Okay.
And somehow Luffy's there and Luffy intervenes.
Interesting thought. This is my thing about Albuff. I want to explore Albuff to
Without
its full potential.
Big Mom.
I want to explore the lore. I want to explore the architecture. I want to explore the characters. The final adventure before war starts.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Can I have an adventure
No,
arc once more?
you can't. It's over.
Okay.
Sorry.
Katakuri rematch. Everyone wants it. Christian, the thing is, if there's a Katakuri rematch, Luffy wins better.
Yeah.
Luffy wins regardless if there's a rematch or not. Like, Luffy's stronger than when he fought Katakuri originally.
Maybe Katakuri was stronger.
Perhaps.
Who knows?
Okay.
Alright, a question from Return the Slab.
Yeah.
Very old listener. Question.
OG.
At what point in the story were you first hooked? When did One Piece get you? From a casual fan to a passionate fan. What point?
Christian, hard to say. Because the point in when I turned into a passionate fan was the point that you jumped on board after you read the entire thing.
That's right.
So perhaps it's more of a question for you.
You could say...
I could say... You know... I don't know. Just getting ingrained in the universe takes time, you know?
Yeah.
Is there no real one
point?
Set point?
That's
for me.
When was it for me?
Did you marathon the entire thing?
That's right. I want to say it was a combination of Shanks.
Always.
Mihawk turning up in Variety A.
Yeah.
And after the Arlong arc,
Okay.
I was hooked.
There you go. Standard response.
Standard, yeah. I think that's right, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. From a new man, JD Dub 04. Could the Low King legend be Vegapunk? We haven't actually seen him/her.
Him. Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think it's been referred to as him.
Yes.
And Oda put him in a chapter of the newspaper. Discussed this last week. Why else would Oda have Dr. Vegapunk hint to him? Just a thought.
Is Vegapunk the living legend? Probably not.
Could be.
Could be.
But he definitely is Loki.
Questionable.
But the statement said,
yes,
will be a adversary of the Straw Hats.
Indeed.
So I don't know if that makes sense. Why would Vegapunk be in Wano?
Vegapunk on the newspaper and like that kind of thing, I think is a little bit overblown.
I think we're about to see Vegapunk.
Yeah.
I think the reveal is close.
Like, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. The newspaper in the series, when things are on the back, when have they ever become major plot points?
It's true.
Like, you gotta relax a little bit on the newspaper.
Maybe Vegapunk's at the Reverie. He's an important player in the world. He's
Sure.
part of the government.
Okay.
Maybe that's where we get his reveal.
Mm.
Could be. I don't know if him being a local leech makes sense, but it's a possibility.
He's not lurking because he's known.
But he's lurking to the reader. You know what I mean?
I guess.
He has been shown.
Interesting thought regardless. I want to see
Yeah,
Vegapunk.
It's possible.
Don't know where it fits, but he'll come in somewhere.
From a very creative listener, can't think of a name.
Yeah.
Question. Is Brule the doctor of the Big Mom Pirates? Now, I assume they have multiple doctors.
Indeed. A whole unit.
But she does have medical skill.
Yes.
So is she a doctor? Maybe. Possible.
Cast your mind in your mind's eye to when the Big Mud Pirates were very small. We only had
Couple
of members,
family members,
kids.
Mhm.
Did Brule take on a doctor role?
Mhm.
Perhaps.
Maybe it's possible. We do see other doctors when they're fixing obstruction.
Yeah.
So there's a doctor squad.
There's a doctor unit.
Yeah. Brule could be a doctor.
Crew's so big it's hard to tell.
Yep. From
You know
Darcy-
who's Whitebeard's doctor?
the chicks.
Yeah.
The chicks that take care of it.
Exactly.
From Darcy Allen.
Yeah.
Have a question for you boys. Top 3 favorite characters in the verse, not including Shanks.
Not including Shanks. Here we
And
go.
why?
Ooh.
Top 3 verse favorite characters.
What do you want to say, Christian?
Number 1 is Shanks, so we're not including that.
Yeah.
So number 2, favorite character.
Yep.
Your second favorite character. It's got to be Luffy.
It has
right?
to be Luffy.
It's got to be Luffy.
Yeah.
He's the main character. He's a good main character. He's interesting.
We care about him.
You care about him.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's got to be Luffy.
Yep. Second for you.
Luffy.
In this list, there's
Third.
3.
Alright, third favorite character.
Yeah.
Another hard one. Let's think of him, right? Luffy. Who do I enjoy seeing? You know what I mean? Who do I
Yeah.
miss
Christian,
from an arc?
can you just say Rob Lucci already?
I was gonna say Zoro.
Zoro.
Where is Zoro? I enjoy seeing Zoro.
Okay.
He's a very enjoyable character. He is. People want to say he's not a character.
Yeah.
People say he's a basic character.
Okay.
I say he's not. I say he's a very interesting character.
Alright.
So, Zoro's second favorite, third favorite, fourth favorite. Katakuri right now.
That's a call.
Such a good character.
Okay.
Fighting, yeah, he's got that on lock. Character, got that on lock.
Yeah.
Character development, got that on lock.
Alright.
Very great character from Oda right now. I love Katakuri.
Luffy. Mihawk.
Mihawk.
That hype.
Alright, you're going for the hype answer, alright?
That Mihawk. Sweet Mihawk. Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Third or fourth. It's been so long. It has to be Zoro. I just
Zoro.
want to see him again. Ask me after Wano might be a different character in the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
But like
You just miss him.
I
You just miss him at this
I
point.
miss him, so he's on the list.
That's true.
There you go. Christian, is that all the questions?
That is all the questions. That is it for the show.
What a massive show this week.
Give me a time. Give me a time.
I can't because like the clock resets, but it's quite a while.
What time?
It's probably the longest episode we've ever done.
What's the time of night?
It's 10:12. I think we started at 7:30.
Jesus.
So,
Let's wrap it up.
ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the support and the growth, especially last week.
We do. Shout out to Brago.
Shout out to Brago, indeed. Christian. We're planning guests.
Got a couple lined up.
Once a month, I'm planning a guest to turn up on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Similar style to Braga and an interview. Too difficult to plan an elaborate, too difficult time zone wise to have them on the show for the entire show.
Yeah,
It's a complete mess and a shit show. But we will have the interview with said guests. You want to see someone on the show? Put it in the comments. I'll work on it. We are on SoundCloud and iTunes. I want to see those reviews on iTunes. I want to see those likes on SoundCloud. Make it worth my while to put SoundCloud and iTunes up.
because someone has to pay for it. It's not me.
It's not Christian. Now, Christian, where can the people find you?
Find me on Twitter.
Yes.
C_Tolato.
If you want to fucking come at him about the power scale,
I know there are people out there.
people out there very upset about the power scale.
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Most people agree with me.
Yeah.
So
There's some spicy things on there.
everyone who doesn't agree with me is just blinded by nostalgia, blinded by bias.
Yeah.
You know, I have
Just
the
incorrect
one.
in general.
I have the one true power scale.
Yeah, except Rayleigh. Rayleigh's
No,
an issue.
no, don't even get to that. Right? I have the one true power scale. If you disagree, try and prove me wrong.
Okay.
You can't.
Anything coming on the horizon you want to talk about?
No, not really.
You can comment in the comment section below on this YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
You can comment on the SoundCloud videos. You can like all that shit. You can subscribe to the channel, all that. Whatever the fuck you want to do.
All right, do whatever the fuck you want to do.
All right, we're here. We'll be
Every
here.
week. Next week is a real episode.
Yes, next week is a chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, read the official translation. We do this show at this time because of the official translation. Respect the man that gives you such great content. Pay the buck a month.
It's like $3. If you can't afford $3 a month,
Like, what are you
I
doing?
think you're doing something wrong.
Join the subscription fee. Right?
Yeah.
It's not much. You get everything else. You can read My Hero Macadamia and other shows like
I know Eric has a fucking vendetta against that show for some
and
fucking
other
reason.
another manga like Doctor Stone and shit like that.
The Promised Neverland.
Clean scans,
One Punch Man.
good translations,
Yes.
shitty navigation.
You know, let's not get into the navigation of the Show and Jump website.
You can look at my Twitter for updates on the show.
A little bit of a discussion about the anime. I know you have thoughts.
Yeah,
This week.
go on.
I know you have thoughts.
Well, at this like the
The
last
latest episode.
Christian, can we stop calling episodes hype when there's 30 seconds of good animation in a 20-minute episode? Please. There were so many stills.
It was
I was going to turn off the episode.
It ruins
It's
the pace.
ruining the pacing of this section of the arc.
It's supposed to be a tense moment that's
Yeah.
happening in minutes.
Yeah.
It feels like it's happening in an hour.
Not
and no
even
one's
in
there.
minutes, in seconds.
It feels like no one's there and
Yeah.
no one's doing anything.
It feels like it takes Katakuri to move a meter for half an hour. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not.
But we're going into flashback territory, which is
Next
exciting
week's
for
hype.
everyone.
Next week's hype. Get ready for it.
Look out for details about, Albuff.
We'll be looking.
Yes.
Definitely.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Eric Tolato. Art, things are happening, things are always happening, always hustling, etc. Shanks
Is the God King.
is the Go King. Good night.
Jesus, I fucking got corrosed.